Oh,
Hello.
sweet. Hello. Hello,
Hello,
stream.
stream.
Yeah.
Hello.
Should be fine. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, I guess I am.
He's not
am I?
ready.
Let's find out if I am or
Let's
not.
start the motherfucking show, bitch.
I guess I'm ready. Oh, come on. Let's get down.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers.
Yeah,
Choo-choo,
yeah.
Jimmy out of fellas will tell you
fellas
about
will
it.
tell
Goes, play sweet.
Hit my big Springfield behind Shelbyville.
Stu story time and Jimmy's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite
The
savior.
ball is right. It works at so many levels.
Give us some money!
Yourself. The veteran gamers.
This is Game Breaker.
Take out your socket and your socket!
Cancel off before you have to press repeat. Y'all
Take this. Oh no. Take this. Oh no. Take this. Oh no. Take this. Oh no. Take this. Oh no.
Duke, what's with all the sound bites?
Hello and welcome to episode 592 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
592. What's up, party people? Duke in the house.
Yeah, you are. What, you mean all them sound bites is you? Who knew?
I know, right? Who knew?
Yeah, flipping out. I
Anyway,
was
say
good,
who you
though.
are.
I'm Stu, by the way, and I did pause long enough to do a proper intro there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. I held off.
Hello. Yep.
Ah, is that it?
That's
Jesus
Chinny.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, Chinny.
Wow.
Be quiet, Chinny.
I think he already is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I shoot birds at the airport.
What's
Yeah.
up, party people?
Yeah, what's up, party? Not
Yeah.
party chinny.
Not
No.
party Chinny, but that's
That's
okay.
not
He doesn't have
party
to be a
Chinny.
party Chinny.
Duke's got an energy that I can't level with right now.
That's because I haven't been grading papers and I should be, but I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares about grading papers? I'm working
He
on them. I'm sorry,
gives a
students.
shit.
I do care. I do want
Oh,
the papers to
why
get
do you
in. But
care?
here's the thing. It was Teacher Appreciation Week. And because there's no actual appreciation of teachers other than like, hey, thank you, teachers, on social media, I felt like I'm going to take my own teacher appreciation by like, I don't know. You know what's funny though? On Friday
Yeah,
afternoons,
yeah.
the last 2 weeks, I've gotten into this burst of grading. So like I actually did get a lot of papers graded on Friday.
Oh, God, that's
Isn't
hilarious.
that weird? I know, right? What the
That
heck?
is
That's
funny,
what you're
yeah.
supposed to do on a Friday.
so
You're supposed
funny.
to slack off on a Friday.
Oh, that's so funny.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, I think he is.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
then I just won't talk. Go ahead,
See,
Steve.
look what you've done now.
I know,
No,
now
it's fine.
Duke's all miserable as well. That's
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm absolutely
Holy
fine. Go ahead.
cow.
Just start the show. I'm fine.
Look at what you've done at him.
Oh,
Huh?
no, I feel bad.
Look at
Should
him.
I feel bad? I don't know.
Look
No,
at
you
Oh,
shouldn't
look
feel
at him.
bad. I'm just
Look, he
goofing.
looks
Go ahead.
sad. He's all
Start. Do
sad.
the show.
So sad. Anyway, but any stories? Have you two guys been up to
Go ahead.
anything?
Do the show.
I'm doing it. I'm trying.
Go ahead. Do
Trying,
it.
man, I'm trying.
Yeah. Go
Trying.
ahead.
Yeah, what have you been doing, Duke? There you go.
Don't ever mock me again. This is what happens. It's gonna be the whole show from now on. You ready?
Okay.
This is what happens.
This is going to be fun. Wow.
Yeah, it'll teach you.
Tell you what, I've had a very quiet
Kid, he's
day.
loving this. He's
I've
loving
had a
it.
very,
Well, it's over.
very quiet day today.
I'm like the captain as soon as Hulk gets promoted to the PR department. Failure, failure, failure. Get back to work.
Wow.
I have been wasting my life. Bill Hader, awesome guy. I didn't care for that character when I first saw it, but now on my third watch through, I'm really liking him. Shout out to Amar, who's also a lover of the 9-9.
You've told us this story many times.
And you'll hear it again!
Scott Patton and Susan are in the chat.
They are in the chat.
Well, there's other people in the chat, but they're the only ones chatting.
Can I
He
just
didn't
say,
break me, SLH. He can't break me.
Can I just say that Susan has kind of become our community manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has. She's like
Yeah,
ripping
yeah, she
it up.
has.
Go ahead,
I mean,
Susan.
geez, she is like doing shit that we never even could be asked.
What you mean
do.
post once?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
just
and not
couldn't be
post only
bothered.
about our own DJ mixes.
Well, at least it was something. least
Well, at least it
happened.
was some, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that was
At least there was something.
ridiculous.
It's better than nothing.
Well,
So
we appreciate all the work you're doing for the
Uh,
brand SLH. You
We
rock.
do. She is brand manager as well, brand and community manager.
so yeah,
She's got a lot of hats. She's got a
Susan
lot of
has
hats.
she's took on the Discord, and she
Yep.
messaged me saying, "Yo, I think I've done as much as I can with this Discord thing."
Someone say a lot of hats.
Yeah, a lot of hats.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, make sure you talk about it on the show because we've got to big it up because we're awful.
Yeah.
Me, Duke, and Stu, we're
We
the
are
worst."
Really
Be
terrible.
a part of the Discord, people.
So
we are the worst people ever.
yeah. So
Well, speak for yourselves.
what I will say though, she's done a fantastic job. So make sure you join
Yeah.
the Discord, get posting in there, share your thoughts. All
Thank
sorts
you,
of stuff.
SLH.
Thank you.
But also she said, can you post stuff on the socials? And I was like, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
but
posting
she-
once every 2 days on the socials is so much work.
She said she said she wouldn't mind doing that, and I was like, go for it. Here's
Yeah.
all the access, all the passwords. Here's my bank account.
Holy cow!
Here's my national insurance number. Everything. I give
Give
her
us
everything.
some money.
She now owns
Oh
me.
my god!
Yeah. So she's in charge of all that as well now.
Thank you, SLH.
So she said she doesn't mind doing it. She likes doing it.
Well,
And
all
that's my
She is
story.
a
and I'm-
social media queen, and we're just crap at all this shit.
Just
aren't we?
We are
social
bad.
butterfly. Buzz,
Yeah,
buzz,
we're just rubbish.
Although butterflies
But do you
don't
know
buzz, do
what?
they?
Do you know what? The Discord
What,
is
what?
buzzing. There's loads of people
Buzz,
in
buzz,
the
buzz.
Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a
there was-
buzzer.
Yeah,
Buzzing
there was
sound
no
effect.
one in, but we've had loads of new members. People are posting stuff. People are doing
Now
stuff.
it's popping off. As the
It's
kids say.
popping. It's
Ah,
popping.
right.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, it's popping, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's totally what they say.
Totally what they say. We're down with the kids, aren't we, Duke?
Yeah.
I can
well,
tell
I
with
am.
that hat, with the hat situation going on. That
Oh
you're totally
yeah.
down with
See,
the
that's what
kids.
the cool thing is now. You wear 2 hats, and it's like
Wow.
what?
I remember
Yeah.
just an adorable thing my my mom did once was she was on the bus as she usually is, and she saw a young chap with a hat.
Yeah.
And she was with my dad. And like they saw like it was the trend. I don't know if it is now, but it was the trend to kind of leave the label on, like
Oh yeah, totally.
to make
That
sure
Oh,
that
okay.
it's,
circular gold dealy right there.
yeah, so you'd leave the tag on, right?
Yeah.
My mum and dad thought this was the funniest thing because they thought that they left it on by mistake.
I see.
So my
Nice.
mum and dad are creasing up, going, "Oh, look at this idiot."
Oh boy.
Left all
And
the
meanwhile,
stuff.
they're the idiots.
Oh.
But
So
I
is
mean,
that
not
the
that I'm
same
calling
as-
your mom and dad idiots.
Is that the same as when someone leaves the sticker on the bottom of the shoe? Is that the same thing you meant to do that?
No, that's not. That's nobody ever does that.
no
on
one's
purpose,
ever done that ever.
People do that all the time.
What
there's
I
that-
do
well,
is
not on purpose, though, but-
I've started a new trend where I leave the sticker on
Yeah.
the apple and I eat it.
Oh,
There's that part in The Wire where Hawk goes, "Hey, how do you guys get those? Where do you get those hats with the bill on the side?" And the guy, totally without realizing he's being goofed on, is like, "No, it's the same hat. You just turn it to the right." He's like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Just like, oh,
When was that in the Wire?
painful. It's in like there's like this really quick scene where he's just like passing by.
Who says
You'd
that?
miss it if you blinked. Hawk, the tough bald white dude,
Oh, right.
like the grunt dude. You know what I'm talking about? Carver is his partner.
yeah,
he's
I
one of
think
the 3 that
yeah,
goes
yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
place at night. Yeah. Anyway, this is not the Wire podcast. That was Sincast. Did we put that on this?
we did do an Wire
Yeah.
spoiler
Go
20
find it,
20
people. If
years
you like the
later,
Wire,
so.
check it out.
a long time ago, like for a series
Yeah.
that's a long time ago on the telly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we
Propaganda, as
you
they
know,
call
we
it.
keep current.
We keep
Right.
My
Well, can I
favorite
just say-
time. It's
Hold on.
story
Nope, you can't say it's story time.
story time.
Talking of The Wire,
Yes.
we're watching Jack Ryan at the moment on Amazon
What does that have to do with the Wire? Nothing.
because Bunk is one of the
Oh,
main
okay.
characters
All right.
in Jack Ryan, and he actually plays a really
Nice.
cool character.
He's a good
really
actor, man. Wendell
He is a
Pierce.
good
His name is
actor.
Wendell Pierce. He's really good. He's in there's a really good play that they put on University of Minnesota, I think, called Two Old Black Men, something like that. Anyway, he was
Oh.
in that too. He's very good. He's in.
He's very
Treme
good, but he
and
play
lots of stuff.
again. He plays kind of a bit of a downtrodden sort of like chief who's been demoted because he did something he shouldn't have done. You know, so that
Word.
kind of character. That kind
Well,
of
that'll
character.
tell you that you shouldn't do things you shouldn't do.
Well, you
All right,
know.
who's got a story time?
I don't know. Chinny, have you got
Once
out?
upon a time, I was grading papers, and then I graded some more papers.
Yeah,
I just
there you
got
go.
Hey,
a
we
lot of-
watched a documentary film called, was it Back in Time or something like that? It was about Back to the Future. Have you seen that, Chinny?
No,
It was very
Mm.
good. It was on Hulu.
I am at a point now
Uh,
where I think it's hard for me to learn anything new about that show. Or sorry, movie.
Well, first of all, it's a
Movies.
movie, not
Yeah.
a show, so you can
Yeah,
learn that.
yeah,
Sorry.
you've learned that already.
Yeah,
Something new for you tonight.
I've
there,
learned stuff.
Something new. I'll have a story after tomorrow because it's my birthday, just in case you didn't know.
10th of May. 10th of May,
My
Stu.
birthday tomorrow, and we're going out for the day further than we've been in 12 months.
Okay.
Where Preston.
No, we're going. We're going to the lovely Grange over Sands.
Where the fuck
It's
is
a lovely.
that?
It's a lovely place. It's on the coast, and there's this sort of sea and the sand.
Sort of
We're not-
sea.
Yeah,
Sort
I
of
mean, we're not gonna be like making sandcastles
some
and
water
that
at least.
stuff, but we are taking sandwiches and a sausage roll. You know, we're gonna have a bit of a picnic.
Right.
Yeah, first picnic
Okay.
of the year, and first time we've travelled more than 10 miles.
Yeah.
to somewhere.
For the record, I'm having some turtles today. The chocolate turtles are very tasty.
You're
wanted to
eating
get some-
turtles? What is the matter with you?
Yes. What's
Holy
up?
cow!
They're
So-
tasty.
so
Caramel, pecans.
It's not a big birthday, is it yet, Stu?
No, it nearly is. One more year to
One
my
more.
big
So
one.
you're 49 tomorrow.
I am 49. Yes, hard to say.
Wow.
Look, I
Oh,
know it's hard
yeah.
to tell looking at my handsome
You don't.
face.
I
Say that
will.
it's your birthday time to
I don't look a
spank it
day
up
over 30. I
hard.
know I can
Choke a
understand
cop
that.
with your panties.
Like, let's be fair here. Now, for people that don't know what Stu looks like, and I'm gonna be nice to you now, Stu.
You can see me here. You can see me.
Right. But we have audio listeners. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some people
that's
who aren't
true.
watching.
That is true.
Stu does look very good for his age. I will.
I
say.
do. I do. That's living a healthy
Agreed.
lifestyle, you know.
Yeah.
Don't drink, don't smoke,
Yeah. Yeah.
think. I eat tons of bad food, so that's not the best thing
Yeah.
to be doing.
That's the only really thing that you could do to look younger. I think
Yeah, well, I have done that. I have done that. It is true.
you got to consistently do it though.
Interestingly, if you go on the Facebook page, I came across a photo from, I can't think it was 2013.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, was I thin then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but when I met you, you were fat, and then you
I
were
know.
thin, and then you
I
were
know.
fat, and then
I'm a
you were
yo-yo.
thin. What would you class yourself as now?
A yo-yo. Fat again.
now?
Lady
You're
of
fat again?
Rage.
Yeah, fat again.
Well, you
just-
know what? Look, it's all body
go
ego. You
thin,
gotta
fat,
let all that
thin,
stuff
fat,
go.
thin,
Be healthy.
fat.
Focus on being healthy. Never
Well,
mind
being
about how
fat's
much
not
you weigh.
necessarily healthy, is it? Let's be honest.
I didn't say that. I said that you should not be fixated on how you look. You should be fixated on being healthy.
Being thin is healthier, though. That is the truth.
Not
isn't it?
always.
See, my
It is when
advice-
they've
People
got
who are
feet,
anorexic who are
right?
unhealthy.
When my feet are sore at the end of every day because of my fatness, you know what I mean? It's not a good thing.
My advice to you is don't focus on being healthy. Focus on being beautiful.
I'm already that.
All right.
I
well,
don't
there
need
you
any
go.
help with the beauty
Sorted.
side of things. I just need a slightly smaller belly.
Can we sound clip that?
But no, nothing of note really has happened. this
Nobody
week.
has a story then.
No.
You can
Nope.
just say that.
No, I'll
Where
let
are
you know
you
how
going?
it goes next
Story time's
week.
over, isn't it?
Okay, let us know how it goes next week.
I'll let you know.
What you guys playing? What you guys playing?
So we got some people in the chat. Rainy Lamb is in the chat.
What's
Hello,
good,
Rainy.
Rainy Lamb?
Rainy
Rainy
Lamb. Of
Lamb.
course, he found us through my snooker YouTube channel. So
Oh, you're gonna be
Yes.
disappointed tonight.
No, we
that's-
broadened his
No,
horizon.
no, he likes listening. He was always listening
Yeah,
to
we
the show.
broadened his horizons.
Okay, fair enough.
Um,
He ain't just listening to no, just snooker no
but,
more.
but can I just say, this time next week, when we record next week's show, on the Monday, the 17th, I will be able to play snooker again
Why?
Oh,
because the club's open.
Oh, real snooker,
Yay.
not no,
Real
like...
snooker. I have been
Ah.
dying since just before lockdown. Remember we played snooker, Stu?
We did,
and I was
we
getting the
did.
bug of snooker just before
Yeah,
lockdown, and I was
yep.
about February, and I was like, right, I really want to get back into snooker, and then lockdown happened, and I had a couple of spells
Yeah,
of it
dude.
in the summer, and I haven't played. I haven't gone out. The last time was like before November, and then I had a snooker lesson in December.
Yep.
And that was the last time I played. So I am so
You're ready to
Gagging.
snook.
I am
You're gagging for it. That's
snoo-
what
Let's
you're
I am
saying.
snook it up.
gagging for those balls.
You are. Golden balls. Stick and
So-
balls. That's what you want.
That's it.
Balls, 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 balls,
Honestly,
balls,
I
balls,
cannot-
balls, balls, balls.
You know, I've like this for me. Like that's like a big deal. I am so looking forward to playing snooker
Well,
again.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're able to do what
Yeah.
you want.
So yeah, one
And the
more
good thing
week.
is, there's a good thing about snooker because it's like naturally social distance because you're like 12 foot away if you're at either end of the
Well,
table.
the
So
only
you
problem
know,
with snooker is that you
more
are,
than 2 meters.
you're touching a table. There's lots of, a lot of touching of stuff.
Yes, there is. But I guess it's not a smooth surface, is it? So I don't know whether that's better or worse.
Well,
I know it's
and
worse. It's worse.
The research is that surfaces aren't really a huge.
you
deal.
can
We've
catch it, but it's
come to find
mainly
out you can.
droplets. It's mainly droplets, isn't it?
And especially if you're careful with where you breathe and how you cough and sneeze and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
And
not directly into.
Are you going to wear a
someone's
mask
face.
or are you wearing a
some
mask? Jenny?
people wore a mask. Like I go to 2 different clubs, and whenever you walk around, you should wear a mask. But then
Right.
some people were wearing masks as they were playing, but most people
Yeah.
wasn't. They were just
Yeah,
See, because we went out for drinks the other week, and like I was the only one who kept their mask on. Everyone else took theirs off, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep my mask
I
on.
think
Yeah.
if you're walking around, I think it's etiquette to put it on. But if you're sort of still stationary,
Well, we were at a table, and I'm like, I'm still gonna keep mine on because it's not
No,
that
don't
big a
blame
deal
you.
to
I don't
me.
blame you, man.
Yeah.
You got to do what you think's right.
I
That's
think
all you can
I was thinking about this today actually, because more and more people are getting vaccinated. The vaccination program is going very well here, as it is
In our countries, at least, suck it, third world.
No, it is in America as well.
No,
though.
no,
It
but
is over
Duke's-
there
right,
too.
our
Duke's talking
countries, but
about-
not Somalia, not Rwanda,
No,
not
that's
South
true.
Africa,
Not- yeah.
not Cambodia, not Bangladesh, not Uruguay, not Chile.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
great.
we get
They're
it. We get it. We
terrible.
get it. We
Right,
get it.
right. There's a lot of countries where people.
yeah.
But what
suck
I
it.
was thinking about was, I'm probably not going to get vaccinated till June, mid-June, probably. by the
Yeah,
looks of
well,
it.
they started over 40s now, haven't they? So
Yeah, so
not too long, I guess. Not too long.
Not too long, but I'm predicting about June. So
Yeah, I would have said that's a good guess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep wearing my mask, even after the 21st of June, if I haven't had the vaccine or something.
The thing is, though,
I'll
it's
still
not
wear it.
it's not only yourself you've got to think about, is it? It's
Right.
everyone else
No.
you come into contact with.
But
as
then
well.
the transmission is pretty low when you've been vaccinated. Like the transmission rates. They
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Even after one jab, it's sort of 40% stops you getting it as well. So
Yeah.
even after one
Which
jab.
is good news. All that's good
Yeah.
news. Now we just got to focus on the rest of the world and get them vaccinated.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
gonna be years though,
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
all these
unless
people
we
think it's
do
gonna be
something
over.
different and get it into people's hands and arms.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was
All right, video
rumours
games.
today.
We gotta
Last-
talk about
last
video
thing, I know we
games.
shouldn't talk about this, but last thing is there were rumors today that Australia and New Zealand aren't going to open the borders till the end of 2022, so they're going to stay locked down. For,
Wow.
Yeah, they're not going to let anyone in. But
Sorry,
can't blame 'em.
Jacinta.
I'm a potato.
Yeah, nobody's going there. But
Right. Who's talking
Right.
about video games first?
Yeah, video games. Fuck all this
Yeah.
COVID bollocks.
Shall we talk about the one we all played?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I
Let's
bet Chinny
do
didn't do it. I
that.
bet he didn't do it.
No.
Chinny did. Oh man.
Yeah, did he hell?
Thought we
Did
were all
he
gonna
hell?
talk
It's only a
about it.
little tiddly game. What's the
I
matter with
forgot.
him?
It's all
I
right.
forgot.
We both played it. Stu and I played it.
Yeah, I
Well, now
played
you
it.
can play it. Make up your own mind.
I read it
Chinny.
and I was like, I'll do that, and then I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. It's totally free,
Whoopsie.
and it's totally free for a reason.
Oh, spaghettios!
So, Stu, why did you recommend this game? I'm interested to know where
I saw a
the
write-up on it
recommendation
saying
came from.
it harkened back to the good old days of Resident Evil and
Resident.
Dino Crisis and all that kind of stuff. Almost a mix of the two.
What's the
Sure,
name of
sure,
the game?
Code Dino H, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Is there a
That's
link
it.
to this in the?
No, I didn't put one in, funnily enough.
What's it called?
Code Dino H. It is on YouTube, so there are YouTube videos. It's good enough that it's on YouTube.
You're not filling me with confidence here.
But it's a 4-person team that made this, I think, in a week or something. It was kind of a bit of a let's see what we can make.
Right.
Yeah, let's start. Let's
one
get
in the
into
chat.
this. Let's get into it, dude.
Yeah,
This,
let's
it's
get into
old school. Shall we start?
It is
with?
old school, absolutely. And the dark aesthetic is, I have to say, like, intriguing. The fact that, you know, like at certain points, you know, you're passing by a window and there's snow coming in, there's a blizzard outside, you're trapped in some sort of base where things have gone horribly wrong.
Yep. It's tank controls. We should
And-
mention this.
So it's like Resident Evil 1, pretty much.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much. Set in like a sort of abandoned
It's funny, isn't it? How like
Arctic
like
base.
5-10 years ago, it was all pixel nostalgia, and now we've gotten to PlayStation
PS1
1
nostalgia,
Yeah,
Like,
PS1 nostalgia.
remember when
now.
games were bad?
Yeah, 3D games had just come about.
Remember when we couldn't work out
It's
3D?
you know what, Chinny, though, hang on a second. I'll have to stop you there because I don't think it is fair to call this game bad.
No,
we
it
should
isn't.
call it a turd made out of
It's
turds.
brilliant.
What
It's
the what are
awesome.
you doing to me here? Making me play this stupid piece of garbage.
It's great.
Holy
Look,
shit.
Look, nostalgia.
Do you
man.
like
What's the
not
matter
knowing
with
how the controls work? Do you like to wander
Yeah,
around
to
dark room
nostalgia.
after room and then you press left on the controller and he's like backing up?
you? It took me a while to
And
work
then you
out
walk into
ease
some
of
room and a dude
interaction.
hung himself and go, hang tight. Get it? 'Cause he's
yeah,
dead.
he did it. Made a joke about his mate hanging
What a
himself.
crock of garbage. What is this? What made you look at this and go, I know, I'll get Duke to play this
Well, it
thing
was only-
because it
he said it's
sucks
about
and he'll hate
15
it. I played it for 10 because then I was like,
Did
I
you
didn't
get-
even finish it. No, I
Did you
didn't.
get to the
'cause-
medical base?
Because at one point you
Oh.
go into the base and there's a dinosaur in there and you're like, okay, I guess I'll sneak. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, great. Uninstall. Garbage
Wow.
game.
Well, it's funny you should say that, right? Because I also got to the base with the Velociraptor inside.
This story is garbage.
What are you supposed to
Um,
do in there?
Well, there was a door with a green light on, so I'm like, I must have to sneak through there. So I sneaked
Yeah,
over
I
to
went
it
to
without-
that.
and you couldn't go through it. I couldn't get through it.
Of course not, because the dinosaur ate you. Dinosaur makes
well-
it hard to sneak around. Dinosaur, eat your
Well,
face.
He ate me like eventually.
Shit game.
Yeah. Maybe Chinny can fast forward to that bit and see like how we're
And
supposed
of course,
to do it.
when we say a dinosaur ate you, the dinosaur walked near you, and your character
Yeah.
went
Yeah, he
3
didn't-
times.
He didn't actually eat you.
The end. You died up on the screen, real big.
Oh well, he got into that. Oh,
Thumbs
he's running.
down,
look how
down,
good he is at
down.
running away. We were terrible. I was terrible at this. I couldn't run. In a
Oh, I didn't know
straight
you
line.
could run.
Yeah,
Just for the
well,
audio listeners.
To be fair, it is
just
shifted as the same as every other game where you
for
sprint.
the
It is
audio,
shitty as every other game. is that what you
and
said?
obviously
for
control
the
to duck.
audio listeners.
Imagine a big turd smeared on your TV screen.
Yeah, yeah.
For the audio
Go ahead,
listeners.
say it.
Yeah, yeah.
We are watching gameplay of what some
turd.
might describe a dinosaur. I think it looks like a bunch of step ladders
That is a good way to describe it. I agree.
chasing a man who looks like
Yeah.
he's been hit in the face with an iron in a Resident Evil 1 knockoff.
It's terrible.
We're not. We're,
It's
There's nothing
alright.
fun about
Oh,
it.
look.
There's nothing interesting about it. There's nothing good about it.
there is money to be made with nostalgia, Eric.
It was free. This is totally free.
free.
You can't
That
make
person's
money off
giving
a
it away
free
for their
game.
birthday.
It's free.
There is money to be made because
I know there's money to be made, but this isn't it.
no.
This ain't making it.
Well, look, the person who made this was like, I can't even let people pay for this shit.
I wish they would have said, I can't make people waste their time on this garbage.
So, oh well.
This story sucks.
Thank you for the bad recommendations, too. I
Well,
appreciate
you know,
it.
sometimes you gotta try these games. 'cause
Hey,
you might be
I
good.
like that other game you gave us with the kicking
I
down
know. Well, I
doors
keep
and shooting
looking.
people. That
I
was
know.
fun.
You see, I keep trying to. I'm just,
But there's no similarity between that game and this one. That game
Oh, it
is
doesn't
fun.
have
This
to be-
game is not.
It doesn't have to be the same. Style.
Mummy,
Doesn't
Daddy,
have to be
stop
fun.
it.
Oh my god.
I'm
but I
sorry. You
have
took
to-
a
I have
swing and
to-
you missed.
I have to agree. It is pretty shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to play this.
Well, I played it too.
I know, but man, if I eat some sour milk, I'm not gonna be like, "Ooh, y'all have to drink this too."
Well,
I don't know why I
haven't
ate the sour
played it
milk, but
until
I
I
think I
played
drink
it,
it.
so I was
suppose
as new to this as
The
you.
viscosity of the sour milk might get lumpy.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, sour milk chunks.
Yeah, so that would enable you
Yogurt.
to eat it.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway,
bad game. Thank you. Bad games are
Bad
bad.
game.
bad games.
Chinny,
bad.
talk about a game, Chinny.
Yeah, Chinny, talk
Um,
about something you played.
Yeah, Chinny.
Let's get
Come
it
on,
out of the
Ken
way.
Cheney.
Let's get it done.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be another hour about
I've forgotten
Minecraft.
what I told you to play. To be honest.
Or are you
Um,
play my game, bitch?
Yeah, play my game.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, bitch.
Bloody different game playing on the.
Yeah, I
YouTube.
don't want to see Chris telling the truth to Ethan. Crikey.
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
Good job.
the game was Night in the Woods.
Well, it's a controversial game.
So, Duke, let's start with you. Name 3 things off the top of your head that I do not like in video games.
You do not like reading a lot.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding. Name another one. Name another one. Let's just see where this goes. I don't know where it's going.
You do not like cutesy garbage.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
I don't think that's it, though. I don't think that's.
You
one
don't
of them.
like waifu Japanese animation.
That's also true as well. But
That's not it either.
The one that
That's
I
not
wanted
in
you to
this game,
say, you said
Oh, sorry.
immediately, proving my point that this is
Yes.
a ridiculous suggestion for me because it is a game.
No, I thought you thought this would be the game to get you over your hatred of
Yeah,
reading.
because it's a cool game.
Stu is on this
such
sort of
good words.
He's on this vendetta to like try and cure me of my illness.
Yeah.
He's like the
gonna
church
find the
trying to
one
like
game that
convert
you
me
love.
from like not being gay or something. You know what I mean? He's just like it's wrong to not like.
Video games can cure you of being gay?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
can.
even know that was a
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, they can. Anyway, so the game is Night in the Woods. You play a cat called May, I think,
It is.
and
I'm impressed. I'm impressed you know the name of the character.
you're a
even.
girl cat. I found out.
Well, May is kind of a girl's name.
Yeah, well, you never know these days. You
Although
can't
you
judge.
are assigning gender.
You've got to
there,
let him
Kenny. I think you've
talk,
gotta be
Stu.
careful.
You can't be jumping in already.
So, you. Oh my God! Here we go. So, you are from this town. You're coming back from college, and you're coming home. You think to visit. You know, like you're kind of coming back, and you run through the woods. You get the idea of the gist of the game, and then you go home. Everybody's cat people or birds or something, and your dad's like, "Oh, I thought you was coming back tomorrow night," and you're like, "Nah," and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and it's all sort of charming and sort of like I'm going to say something nice about the game, Stu.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, go on.
It is
go
well
on.
written. Like it's natural conversations, good dialogue, I would say. Right?
Yeah, even though you have to read it.
I know I'm not happy about reading it, but well, here we are, right? And you know, your mom's a mom and all this sort of stuff. There's funny lines in there about that. And the gist is that you've actually dropped out of college, and you are. Well, I mean, I played about an hour and 15 minutes of it. In the end.
Oh, you went over the hour. I'm
I
impressed.
went over the hour. So what I did was, yeah, you come back, you sort of you find out where your mate is, and your mate, I think, is Greg, and he's a hoot, Greg.
He is.
And he's working at some sort of store, and he's like, "Oh, brilliant, you're back! Oh, brilliant!" And then you play in a band, and there's a bit of a Guitar Hero section, and there's like, "Oh, there's a party in the woods. It's gonna be mad." And then you've got porn on your laptop, and you have to get rid of that for some reason. And you go to the woods, and you get pissed, and you throw up. And I was done.
That sounds pretty normal for a teenager. I would have said.
So I think it's basically like it's a coming of age, isn't it? It's like who am I? Who am I? Where's my place?
Who am I?
Where's my place
And
in the world?
and the town's a bit
The town is
depressed. It's not a good place to
Well, it
live.
was a mining town, so it's lost
Yeah.
all its income, so there's no
Yeah.
jobs anywhere, so everybody's sort of got nowhere to work. Yeah, so there's the town itself is it kind of plays a part, and there's a kind of second storyline, as it were, going on with the town, and the people in the town going on strike or whatever. This is, Stu, listen
Yep.
carefully,
I'm listening.
not for me.
No, I know. I get you.
I do not like these things. I never will. Stop putting them on me.
Okay.
I am
Look, I
in
think,
the
you
middle
know,
of a very, very bad lull with video games. I am not enjoying video games at the moment. For you to even suggest this is not supporting me in any way.
Wow. To be fair, this was like third choice because the games I picked you'd already bloody played, hadn't you? And
What can I do?
forgotten.
Pick better.
I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, I know. This is quite unique.
Well, I
you
will
know, it's
say this,
interesting.
though.
Yep.
I don't think it's a bad game.
Oh,
I think
okay. I'll take that. I'll take that.
the game is well made. It gets 9. It's got 9 out of 10s. It's very very well critically acclaimed. I think this was like under a realization that I had about a year ago. It's like there's a lot of games these days that are just not made for me. You know, like
No,
they're
fair
made
enough.
for other people that enjoy these things. There's a lot more adults that enjoy stories. There's a lot more women that play video games these days, or it's made more aware that women play video games these
Well,
days.
is that some sort of sexist comment you made?
No, not at all. Not at all. But what I'm saying is different people are playing different video games and more recognised for playing different video games. Video games are more broader than they was 10 years ago. Therefore, video games that are made these days don't all have to be about shooting people in the face. So I think
That is true, but I will say this, Chidi. You can do bad stuff in this game. You can be quite a bad character. You
Well-
can choose to do bad things.
That isn't what appeals to me, really.
But it sort of does. Come on, you know you
No,
like being bad
for
in
me,
video games.
I think for me, what I enjoy out of video game is gameplay. Like, if a game has great gameplay, like a good gameplay, I can forgive Control for having a naff story because the gameplay was very, very good.
Yeah.
The game has to have an enjoyable experience from it, and what I don't really gain much from is walking around talking to people. You know, these games like Oxenfree and Night in the Woods, and
Disco Elysium. Don't forget
Disco
that one.
Elysium or Kentucky Route Zero. Like all these things, these are not made for me. In the same way that I don't know, like a horror movie isn't made for me. I'm not really into horror movies. They're not my thing. Like a chick flick, that's not for me. Like these things are not for me. They are made for other people, and that's what I've come to accept. So, yeah, I don't mind a good story. Like for example, in Portal 2 or Red Dead, they have great stories which draw me in. But the gameplay is what I'm there for. That's what I show up for. And the story is this added bonus for me. That's how I enjoy them. And the only other real games that I like is games where I have to create stuff. So games like Minecraft or The Sims or SimCity.
Prison Architect.
Prison Architect.
There you
If
go.
I'm making something.
Although, to be fair, you did like Papers, Please.
Yeah, I think I like Papers, Please because
Good point.
there's always exceptions, aren't there? But like I think.
Well, I thought this might be one. You see.
Yeah, but I think they're few and far between. There is a gameplay loop in Papers, Please. It is basically like organising things.
It's not
and-
just the talking. It's
No, it's not
that
just
is checking things,
That is
comparing
true.
stuff.
Yeah, you kind of there is a game there, albeit a very sort of mundane game, but like, and the text is very minimal. It's like, hello, I'm here.
Yeah, true.
Please don't deport me. So
By the way, my mom got me some butter pecan cookies for
Ooh.
Teacher Appreciation Week. Thanks, Mom.
Very
I
nice.
prefer chocolate chip, but you know what? I'll take them.
Oh, you've just reminded me that I've got cookies downstairs. Lovely. Thank you very much. Yep. So Night in the Woods is not for me, not at all. But it is good though. Like, I can appreciate it being good. It is very well written, well made. Music is very good, very well animated. Lots of nice detail in there. but this is all just not for me. Maybe Tara would like it. I think maybe like, if Tara played it, she might like it. But I think my gut feeling is that she would think it's cute, but kind of get bored.
No, I mean the story is really good. The pacing isn't that bad, but the only thing I would say, from what I remember playing it, which is quite a long time ago now, it's a very depressing game. I mean, it is not a happy game. May's dropped out of college. The town's in a terrible state.
Yeah,
there's like dead bodies around and stuff. So there's like bad shit happening.
Yeah.
And did you get to the bit where the prodding is an arm?
Prodding an arm with a stick. I got there. Yeah.
Prodding an arm with a stick.
Yeah.
It's like, somebody's arm.
Yeah, but it's not for me, Stu. So it's going to be a miss, I'm afraid.
Not
a piece of shit though, but it's just a miss. And just a future reference for anybody you two trying to give me games. Just now that I've given you my speech.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, Chinny. I'll try.
I think I've tried my fair share of this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like I think I've done it now. I'm like, right, I've tried it. I'm done.
With the play my game, or you mean this particular type of game?
These types of games.
No, just this type of game.
Yeah, I've tried them, I've played them. I get it. They're supposed to be good, blah blah blah, but they're not for me. I just don't enjoy them.
Nope, that is fair enough. Right, I guess it's up to you, Duke, to choose his next.
I'm gonna look at Stu's gaming inventory.
I've got a lot of inventory.
Yeah, the Game Pass is also still an option
to play. Yeah, but I looked through that a while ago and I didn't see anything that I wanted you to play. So
yeah, I buy a lot of games.
You do?
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What?
I don't know if this is allowed. Again, it's kind of breaking the rules a little bit.
Okay.
When was the last time you played Rust?
Oh.
Years.
I think you should go back to Rust, find a player versus environment server. Just go to modded servers and type in PvE so that you don't have to worry about getting instantly killed, because that happens a lot everywhere. I mean, you could try it if you want on a PvP server, but I think it could be very interesting for you to give Rust a try after years of being away from
Rust.
It's a whole new game. Right. And you own this game. You don't have
Rust,
to use Stu's. So
no.
There you go. Next week we're gonna see if Rust is
we're going
hit again.
Back to Rust.
Gonna go back to Rust.
Yep. All right, that's fine. Yeah. That's the deal. Let's do that.
That's the deal. I think that's fair enough.
Give it a whirl.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
We got a few people in the chat saying hello, evening. So we got Ian Williams saying evening.
Hello, Ian.
Lord.
Hello.
Evening, fellas.
Hello, Lord.
Matthew Alexander. It's a stinky poo. My tainty brain all saying hello, 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 hello.
Hello to everybody. There you go. Wow. Lots of people in the chat tonight. That's what we like to see.
My turn.
Your turn. Go, dude. Go.
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
I played some more Rocket League, and I did something I'd never done before. I went from Diamond 2 to Platinum 3. So there's that.
So what's
I've been
better?
bouncing around, but here's the thing. I actually got in 2v2. I got up to Plat 3, and I might get to Diamond in 2v2s, which is it really hasn't. I don't know if that ever happened before. So anyway, that was exciting. But I'm not going to talk about Rocket League because there's really nothing else to say about it. Instead, I'm going to talk about my continuing quest to find a role-playing game that satisfies my cravings.
Okay, we like this.
Yes, this week I gave a shot to the Final Fantasy 15 demo. Did it satisfy my cravings?
No,
no, it did not. Because you start the game by pushing a car down the street.
Yes.
You know what's more fun than pushing a car down the street? Anything. It's boring AF. What is that about? Ugh.
So pushing the car's not fun, is what you're saying?
It wasn't fun for me. Maybe other people would like to push a car down the street, but I was not intrigued by that. And then there's like combat that's like it's like perfectly timed. And once I got the hang of it, it was okay, but it wasn't very fluid. And I don't know. It feels like they're still doing the old thing of like, we're going to have random encounters. And I mean, obviously it's not the type of thing where you go into like a fighting screen, but it still feels like it's, I don't know, clinging to some old ways of doing things. And I didn't have fun with it. The writing was not great. 4 brave warriors begin their journey. What awaits the 4, however, What
Did
what
you
awaits the
get
four,
pushing
however, they
down?
do not yet know. Like, well, of course not. Nobody knows what awaits them in the future. What the fuck? And then like the characters really aren't all that distinct. They're a bunch of dude bros, and like one of them's the
Dude
tough guy who
bros.
talks like this, and one of them is he's a little refined and he talks like that, and one of them's kind of the wacky dude. He's kind of talking like this. And then you got the main character who's like the prince, and he's, you know, just the most normal one. He looks like he's in BTS or something. And I don't know. And there's a lot of running around, and you couldn't fast travel. And I was just like, and I get it. It's because your car was being repaired. And then there's this woman who works for her grandfather in the repair shop, and she's wearing like this bikini that's just like, like boobs right in your face. Hey, boobs, look, boobs. And it's just like, what is this? Made for 12-year-olds. Come on.
Can we just clarify? That's the sound that boobs make, is it, dude? There you go. Who knew?
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know boobs made that
I
noise,
don't
but there
understand
you
how
go.
this is like a really like a lot of people love this game, including
They
people
do.
that we know. And I'm just
15
like, what?
is rated highly, I think.
Did I get it wrong? Am I playing a different game than people were talking about?
Am I?
Is it
I
me?
don't know.
Is it
What
my bad?
happening?
I don't know.
Never.
I mean, you know, it just, and you know, I want a role-playing game where I have a sword and go kill monsters in a old-timey setting and use some magic. And apparently that's too much to ask.
Yes.
Because this
What about
is
the
you're on the
Final
interstate.
Fantasy VII remake, dude? Maybe that's
I'm gonna go bet a PS5 for one game.
know,
Do I look
maybe
like the
that's
kind of person who buys a
PS5.
console
You don't
for
need a
one
PS5.
game?
You don't need a PS5.
No.
Well, I'm gonna buy a PS4 for one game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course you are. You did it.
I
You
don't
did it
know.
for Red Dead. What's the matter with you?
I know, and then I didn't play it. I learned my lesson.
Exactly.
Well, I learned my. No, I'm not doing it. Why did they put it out on the PC? Come on.
Flash forward to next week's episode.
I know,
bought
yeah.
a PS4.
I'm still on my
Yeah,
quest
really.
for an
Well,
RPG.
you know what? Here's the funny thing about that, though. The communist game shop was on my way home. It's not on my way home anymore.
Oh yes. There you go. You won't be tempted inadvertently. Or is this
I'm
the boing
not
yoing yoing
tempted.
yoing moment?
Look at this. Ridiculous.
her-
Who the
her
fuck would
looks
fix
boing, yoing,
cars
yoing.
dressed in this outfit? It makes no sense.
It's so she doesn't have to wash her clothes so
Exactly.
regularly.
She just gets in the shower when she gets home and just washes the oil
Oh,
off.
ridiculous.
No
No,
doubt, if
vomit.
she does, Stu, there will be a scene in this game where she's doing that.
Yeah, there probably is. I think health and safety would have a field day. You know
What
what
a coincidence.
I
The
mean?
camera's right in her ass. Like, look, right actually inside
That
her
is
rectum.
not. That is not
Ugh.
protective clothing, is it? Wow. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to talk about
Moving
a
on.
game. I'm going to talk
Yeah.
about a game.
You do that.
Okay, here's the thing. I've had this thing. Right, where
You
I
should see a
started
doctor
playing-
about it.
I know. I started playing Lies Beneath on VR, and I didn't like it because it was really difficult, and I kept dying. I'm like, this isn't fun. And then by watching some videos, I figured out you could aim if you held your lighter on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that
we
was
did this
good.
last week. We know.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Let me just.
He's recapping, Duke.
Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I was just like, I was reminding myself that we had
He's
talked
doing
about this.
a
Sorry. It
previously
came
on the
across
Veteran
as a
Gamers.
acerbic-
Previously,
Right, my
you know,
bad, okay.
I
All right.
flip flopped
Yes.
between hating it.
Let's
then
go
sort of
back in
liking it,
time.
and then
Last week, as you may recall.
yeah.
Guys,
then-
check it out. I was able to, if you aim, you can hold it and you aim.
I'm
Anyway.
an American and I live on a farm now.
If
I'm chinny. I like things.
if Jesus Christ, if I'd been able to refund the game, I would have done at the point where I didn't figure out you could aim better by using your
Damn.
lighter. Right, would have gone,
That's
would
pretty
have
hard.
finished, done. And then this week, after having the revelation, I played the game for about 3 or 4 hours straight till my headset ran out of power.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of got better and better.
It's got its hooks into you.
It's got its hooks in as I've got better at the game.
Yeah.
And do you know what? This game, it has some jump scares, which are really actually quite well done. Because distract you. They do that distracting thing. When you turn around, something's right in front of you. And you nearly shit your pants. And the physics are really good. It's really well done. And I've got better at throwing knives into people and headshots with those. And
Cool.
that's always kind of fun.
Useful life skills, Stuart.
Useful life skills. And then as the game goes on, you just get better and better weapons.
Right.
Like you get like one of the cool weapons, like you get like a spear gun.
Again,
So-
good for using like life
Spear gun.
skills.
So what you can then do is shoot an enemy, and when you reload it, it pulls the enemy towards you because obviously it's attached to a piece of rope, and then you can whack it in the head with a cleaver, and that's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun in that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, and then you get these little tiny like critter things with big eyeballs that chase you around.
Right.
And you can shoot them in the eye, and then when you reload, you pull the thing back, they pop, which is kind of fun. And
It's satisfying gameplay. You
it's
say.
satisfying, and they keep giving you more just ridiculous weapons to use, like meat cleavers and
Is this
knives.
on the, is this on the Quest 2 or is it on the PC being streamed?
No, this is on the Quest 2.
Okay.
I bought it in a sale
Right.
because it was cheaper in the sale. It was about, I think I got about 30% off. So
I've
it
just
was
made a
about
new
50.
rule. I've just made a new rule.
Yeah.
Go on.
You know, for my play of the game, bitch. So I was
Yeah.
thinking, why didn't you suggest this, Stu? And then you would have said, well, I don't want you to pay the money.
Yeah.
If you want to get brave on playing my game, bitch, right? What about this? If
Go
there's
on.
a game that you think is so good that it's worth me buying it, I'll
Wow.
buy it.
Are you really gonna say that to Stu? You know he doesn't have a.
No, but it's
filter.
got to be
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
but
just
here's
go ahead,
Duke,
$70,
Duke,
buy it.
Duke.
Yeah, it's got to be.
If
good,
I don't
though,
like
because
it,
that'd be-
he's got to
yeah.
pay for it.
He's gonna pay
Oh,
for
I
it.
see what you did
Ooh, there
there.
you go.
Wow.
But
Well, what
then
if
what's the impetus for you not to go? I really love this
I
game. I'm gonna
hated
pretend
this
like I hate it.
It's
Yeah,
an honor
I hate
system.
it.
like it.
Hey, we trust each
Honor
other.
system
Honor
among
system.
us. Are
Okay.
you nuts?
Okay.
Look, I got Sour Patch Kids here too. Yummy.
It's an honor system, Duke.
But this, by the way, this game, and I didn't realize this till I read some more reviews on it. It's 8 hours long.
Jesus Christ.
This is a big game. And I was like,
I
'cause
found out
kept
that
think-
Night in the Woods is 10 hours.
Oh yeah, Night in the Woods is a long game.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, this game, right? When I started playing it, I thought, oh, this is probably going to be one of those games that lasts like an hour or two at the most. And I got to a part where it felt like the final boss fight, but it wasn't.
No.
And then that enemy becomes a normal enemy.
Oh, I
So you
hate
can-
that. When you
I
play a game
know.
and you're like, oh, this must be like, I'm never going to see this enemy again. And it's like, oh, you
Yeah,
see it all the
yeah.
time now.
And then it's sort of not quite
All the
as
time.
hard, but similar.
But you know what that does, though?
variations,
That reaffirms that you're improving at the game by.
Yeah, it does. And there was a really cool instance, right, where I think had it been earlier in the playthrough, I wouldn't have got through it. And this game does a really good job of like you're just on the edge of doing it. Does that make sense? Where you kind
what
of
you mean.
just
I see what you
make it. And there's a bit where you're stuck in a cabin and there's all these enemies coming through different windows and stuff. But then they also give you super powerful weapons. So you get like a pump action shotgun, which you didn't have before. And there's loads of ammo around. So it's quite generous. And it's just fun, just shooting the shit. And they give you all these like man traps that you can lay down in front of all the windows and doors and stuff. And it's just a lot of fun. And you're frantically scrabbling around, continually trying to keep out of the way, but keep the enemies low at the same time. Honestly, it's such a good game.
It looks very good.
It is. I'm so disappointed that I hated it at the beginning.
How much
'cause I
is it,
feel
Stu?
bad.
I'm interested.
It's 20 quid. It's
20 fucking quid,
£22.
you fucking bastard.
I know. But the only thing I would say is, right, you've got to stick with it because the beginning of it, you might find it fine. You
Yeah,
know, you
'cause
might
I'm
not
good
have
at stuff.
You might have an issue. But you've got to remember, like these little dolphins, you've got to keep burning them. I forgot that, and I was getting overwhelmed. And like,
Why
why
have you
is
got
that- I don't know.
What have you got to burn them for?
Because I don't know. They're just these weird things that you have to follow and burn.
Right.
But it's good. The other thing I didn't realize as well, when you hold your lighter on, it highlights stuff so it shows you where to go. So the direction of the flames, the direction you have to go in, so you never get lost.
Mm-hmm.
But it also highlights stuff in the area that you can interact with, and that's kind of useful because sometimes you don't always see everything.
Yeah.
Or where maybe you've got to go next. And the other thing I like, I'm sort of harping on a bit now, but the other thing I really like about it is the lighter doesn't always light first time.
You like that?
Yeah, because it adds to the tension.
You like
because
bad
you might have been
mechanics?
because you might have been using your axe and you're like, shit, the lighter's not like, oh, and you're like you would in real life, frantically striking it until it lights so you can aim properly again.
All right.
But It's pretty
Horses for
good.
Courses.
I have definitely been completely 180'd on this game. You know, when I
Yeah.
first started playing it, I'm
You've
like,
been on a journey with this one.
I have.
Stu.
I hated it. I was like, this game is crap.
You
I keep
hated it, you
dying.
loved
It's
it,
frustrating.
Hate it again.
Don't like it. And now I'm like 3 or 4 hours into it, if not a bit further.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's pretty good. And each level's distinctly different as well. So they've done a really good job of making things quite. Because there's one thing I hate about games is when you continually get similar environments, and there is a little bit of that in this game. But as you get nearer to the town you're heading towards, obviously it keeps changing it up.
Yep.
It's good. It's good. I really like it. You know, I mean, like I say at the beginning, I couldn't understand all the really good reviews for it because I just wasn't getting it. And then gradually, as I've sort of played more and more of it, and I've got better at it, I'm feeling better about it. You know, it's really good. There you go. I don't know. There's not a lot else to say, but it is a good game.
Well, I'm pleased you're enjoying it, Stuart.
It's pretty good.
It looks good.
It is good.
Well, it looks it.
It is.
Well, I'm telling you, it is. As it looks
Okay.
it. All right.
It looks good.
Jesus.
Moving on, Chinny, what you got?
I've finished Little Nightmares.
Oh, snap. Where? Oh, here it is.
Let's play Guess the Game that Chinny's played and finished this week.
So this was a Play My Game, bitch, if you remember that.
Well, the second one was, but you chose to play this instead.
Yeah, because I wanted to play this.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
And this qualifies as the first Play My Game, bitch, that I've actually finished. So
yeah, it does.
Achievement unlocked for this game. So for people that don't know, Little Nightmares, little girl, she's got a yellow anorak, and very inspired by Limbo. It's a platformer, puzzles, run away from fucked up. But the twist is, it's fucked up. That's the twist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Like Limbo and Inside are disturbed, but I think this is just fucked.
Okay.
Like I'm playing it with a kind of like a oh my god.
Well, you eat stuff and you're not really sure what you're eating, don't
Well,
you, in the game?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, I'm going to spoil a little bit of the game here. Tara's
Uh-oh.
just walked in with
Careful,
cookies.
warning. Thank you, Tara.
Thanks, Tara, for the cookies. Yep.
Oh, cookies.
They are hot. Yeah.
Did you text her?
No.
to
She
bring
walked into
some
the
up?
room, gave me a drink, and she says, "Do you want anything else?" And I went, "Oh yeah, my cookies." And then she went, "Do you want them warm?"
Oh,
Like
look at that. Warm cookies.
Yeah.
Can she hear this? Are you ready for this, Tara?
That's the way you real diva like the floss it.
She's walked out.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Do call me a diva because I want them warm. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
We know. We know.
So yeah, thank you, Tara. Yes, so the Little Nightmares game, I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it. So you get hungry in the game. Remember that, Stu?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you
so
do.
now and again, it happens about 4 times throughout the game. Your sort of stomach is hurting so bad that you can't move, and you and you have to come across whatever food that you can grab, and usually it's like a bit of meat, and then it's a live rat, and you're like, oh, that's fucked up. And there's these little I don't know what they are, like little minions that are running around as well, like also escaping. And some of them help you, and some of them you rescue. And then, like, one of these minions sees that you're hungry, offers you a sausage, and you bloody eat the minion.
Yeah. He goes, fuck the sausage, man.
And
I
you're
want to
like,
eat
wow.
minions.
And then you eat the bloody boss. Oh my god, this game is fucked, man.
It is.
It is just disgusting. But it's great. I thought this game was brilliant. Very, very good looking game. Puzzles are well paced, good enough, not too difficult. Sometimes there's a little bit of chance involved because the platforming is 3D. So
that doesn't get any better in the second game. Although the second game is better.
Yeah. I'm very happy with this game. I thought it was great and clever, and it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I didn't think it was going to be sort of as good as a Limbo or Inside. Do you know what I mean? I kind of thought it was not as good. I thought it was like a poor man's Limbo, really. But I thought it was great. I thought it was just as good as those games, and it put enough of its own twist on it to justify like it existing, really. And it's kind of just so disgusting. It kind of I'm trying to think of a comparison because like Tim Burton isn't really a good comparison because it doesn't go as twisted as I'd say.
No, it is quite unique, really.
Yeah,
I mean, like you're right,
so
it is
weird.
influenced by Limbo and Inside, but it's its own niche
Yeah.
of disgusting.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, there's just these fat fucks that are on this because you're on a boat, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's these just fat absolute fucks that just are eating like just like I think I don't know what the first guy is with the big arms is about. I think he's he's like burning bodies or something. And then the next level is like you come across the chefs. The chefs that are cooking the meals. And you go to the top floor, it's all sort of like Japanese inspired.
Yeah,
and
they're all eating.
Yeah,
stuff.
and they're all just eating all this like food, like raw meat that like these chefs have like prepared or whatever, and they're just chasing you, like crawling. They can't even walk; they're so fat, and they're just crawling after you. They're all fucking going after you, and it's just disgusting. Yeah. So that's the game, and everything's just off and weird and great. And I
definitely think you should play the second one now because the second one is equally good.
So
if not better.
I have said like I'm not a horror fan really. You know, I'm not a fan of like horror, but like I like thrillers. Like when we're talking about movies, I don't like horror, but I like thrillers. I don't mind things being
like
weird
a Silence of the Lambs, for instance.
Yeah. I don't mind like weird things and twisted. I just don't really like a horror. I just think they're very sort of basic, really. But this was just another level of like, what is going on here? And it is exactly, if you have played Inside and wrote this off kind of like how I did, then do not do that because Little Nightmares is great. So I enjoyed it. It's only about 3 hours long, not a long game at all. So
excellent,
brilliant.
Well, I'm excited to see what you think about the second one, which you can play because it's on my list.
It's on Game Pass as well, isn't it? I think.
I don't think so.
Is it
I don't think it is. You can have a look, but I don't think it is.
All right. Okay.
But it is on my Steam.
I've got it on your Steam. Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll be interested because I think you'll enjoy that equally as much. And it's a lot different as well. So it's a completely different setting and different character that you're playing as.
You got like a bag on your head, haven't you? The other one.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. I think you'll like it.
No, just when people wear silly things on their heads.
Exactly. Back over to you, Duke.
Yeah. So I've been playing some more Twickles, the puzzle game where you rotate stuff. And I'm happy to say there's 5 sections in the game. I've finished 3 of them with perfect scores on all of them.
Wow.
Like doing it in the least number of moves possible. And I'm pretty proud of that. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. I mean, I'd like to finish the whole game like that, but I'm not promising nothing. However,
don't make promises.
I'm not promising nothing. I played a demo for another puzzle game called Crazy Machines 3, which came out a while ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's been out. I think I just got a bug in my butt about like, ooh, I'll check
Really?
out.
A bug in your butt?
I don't know, I think I went looking for free demos in order to have something to talk about. Yeah. So Crazy Machines 3 it's a cute game. The idea is that, at least in the levels that I played, which wasn't too many of them because it quickly became annoying. You have an unfinished puzzle and you have to finish it using the stuff on the left side of the screen. So the first puzzle is pretty simple. It's like a ball that needs to go from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, and you have to arrange some stuff in order for it to go. So one of the things you have is a domino. And if you start the machine up, it'll knock down some stuff, but then it will stop knocking things down because there's a space where you have to put that domino. And it's obvious once you watch it go that you need to put the domino in that one spot, right? Okay, fine. You also have to put like, a board underneath stuff and whatever. The first puzzles are very obvious where you're supposed to put what. It keeps going, and you have some other puzzles which are a little more complicated. You put, you have to. Here's the truck going across to deliver the egg, and you have to put, one chair upside down on top of the other chair so that it's reinforcing the ladder and doesn't fall down. You drop a basketball on top of the truck in order to hit the button that makes it go from right to left, et cetera, and that's fine. It's all about just figuring out where you're going to put the things they give you. I kind of wish they gave you a certain number of things, some of which you use and some of which you don't. And then like you figure out which pieces you need to use in order to get it. You know what I mean? Because here it's just like, it's obviously supposed to use these 3 things. Let me figure out what places they go in, and then that's it. And then we get to one where you're sorting balls. Balls. And this is the one where I gave up because it just became about like fine tuning where you put the little ramps, because the red balls are the biggest ones, the yellows are the slightly smaller, and blue are much smaller. And this one was kind of cute where you're moving the stuff up this like ramp that it's a cute thing to look at, and you have to put the basket that rises up. But there's one where you're sorting balls, and it's just like it wasn't fun. It was just like a matter of like you have to put it, if you put it like 2 pixels to the left of where it needs to be, then the whole thing goes wrong. And I just was like, I'm not having a good time. This is weird and stupid. I'm done. So yeah, it's, neat idea, I suppose, but just, it wasn't a good time. I think probably the ideal of this is like make your own puzzles and stuff maybe, but I just couldn't be bothered.
This looks wank.
It's not wank. It's a
Wow.
well-made game. It's just not a game that I enjoyed after the first couple of levels. And I think that's the problem with a game like this, is that it becomes so minute. It becomes so dependent on tiny. There was a puzzle game called Shine, which was sort of like this. Like it became so dependent on like getting it within a certain couple of pixels that it was just like, well, no thanks.
There's a game I'm trying to find at the moment, right? Because there was a game where you had to dismantle stuff, but I can't think what the hell it's called.
Wreckfest?
No, it's like it's not. It's like
I know. Is it like pixelated kind of? Is it looking
That's
like
Wreckfest.
Minecraft a little bit?
Not Wreck.
No.
Oh.
It's like you have to dismantle like a phone, and there's a bit of a story to it. And
Assemble with Care. I talked about that. Yeah.
Is it Assemble with Care?
Yeah.
Well, I talked about a game recently called Assemble with Care, where you disassociate a phone.
Yeah.
I loved it. I played
That
it like
must have
3
been
times.
it. That must be it. I was
great.
thinking that it just reminded
This is
me
nothing
of...
like that.
No,
Nope.
it isn't. That's what I was thinking.
Nope.
That you probably prefer that game,
know
but
why
you've
you brought
already
it
played it. Because
Yep,
I thought you
I
might
already
prefer
played
that better, and you've
Okay,
already
well,
played
thank you
it.
for thinking
So,
of me in that game that I already enjoyed.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, this is nice if you're into it, but I was not into it. So, thumbs
So
down.
don't play this. Play Assemble with Care. Apparently, there's
sure,
the
why not?
upshot. There's the upshot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm up next. I'm going to talk about what I think at this point could be on my Game of the Year list.
Oh my goodness!
Holy
I know.
fluck.
I know we're early in the year, but I'm putting it out there right now. I think it's going to be on there.
Not a lot on my Game of the Year list this year.
And that
Yeah.
game, Chini could have been playing with me, but he isn't because Millie is. And that game, it's Takes Two.
Right.
And
It takes two to make a thing go
I've got to
wrong.
say, this for me, it's close to Portal 2 creativity.
Oh my
going
God.
on here. The boss
I don't know.
fights are some of the best boss fights I've played like for a long
Is
time.
it just because you're playing it with Millie and you know that
No.
she doesn't love you anymore, so you're just trying to treasure the moments?
No, the fun, it's creative.
Just glosses over.
There's crazy stuff going on. It's almost got that Nintendo feel about it because every level has a different hook. So each level you play has a new mechanic introduced, and then at the end of that level, it gets rid of it and does another one. And he goes, right, this is, you've done that stuff. Now we're going to do this stuff instead. And it's so fucking cool. Like the first level you play, like one of you has a hammer and the other one has nails. and you have to obviously use those in conjunction with each other to get through all the different puzzles. In the second level, you have ropes that you have to use for swinging on stuff, and it just keeps on just getting better and better, and it looks amazing. It just looks ridiculously good. I mean, don't get me wrong, my PlayStation 4 Pro sounds like a jet engine taking off when I'm playing it with Millie, but flip me, artistically, gameplay-wise, it's on a whole other level to anything else I've played in co-op. You know, apart from Portal 2,
And you've
obviously.
denied me that fun.
I know. Do you know what though, Ginny? I don't think. I mean, I'm not. There is one very small sort of fly in the ointment, just one tiny one, and it's the story, man. It's so saccharinely sweet, and it's just like I can't take it seriously. As stupid as that
Just
sounds.
say wank.
The story's a bit wank, right? And the reason for that, right? I get I'm not overly bothered about, you know, they were going to have a divorce and she cried on 2 dolls and they came to life. So, you know.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers, whatever.
Who gives a butt cheek about this goddamn story?
But there's a part, like, there is little cutscenes in between you playing as, obviously, the 2 doll characters where the little girl's in the house on her own, right? Dad's sat at his desk like a zombie because, obviously, he isn't there. He's in this doll. And Mum's on the like couch murmuring away, right? So she goes to Dad, sat and like, Dad, and starts talking to him, and obviously he doesn't say anything because he's in a doll. But kids, they're pretty persistent, aren't they? As we know. And if a kid starts talking to the parent and you don't like initially respond, they either get louder or they go up, don't they, and shake them a bit or whatever. Because kids are kids. They do all that stuff.
Kids are kids. That's
Kids
a
are kids.
tautology that is correct.
But she don't do that. She's like, oh well, I'll just leave you to it then. And she does the same with her mum asleep on the couch. And I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't happen. Kids don't work like that. Kids would be like, whatever. But fuck that shit. It's a lot of fun. Oh my god, we have had so much fun. And
I'd love to be having that fun.
I know. And it's such the best hook about this game as well is that one more go. You do die or fail a lot at some of the stuff you're doing, but it's fine because you're like, I want to do that. We'll get it this time, you know. And the same with the boss fights. We've done 2 boss fights so far, and both of them have been. In fact, we've done 3. We've done 3, and all 3 have been fairly unique to each other. They're always in waves. It does the sort of 3 waves of everything, you know, like a lot of video games do. But it's just awesome. I'm loving it. And even Millie grudgingly admitted she was having fun.
Yeah, which is hard for her to do because she hates you.
Yeah, she does. She does. Totally hates me. But yeah, I just love it. I mean, this guy is so creative. And to come up with this after, you know, his last game, it's again totally different. You know, he keeps on just pushing the envelope, you know, just doing different stuff. He doesn't rest on his laurels.
He loves a co-op game, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's his thing. I don't think we're ever going to see just a single player game from him. I think every game from now on is going to be co-op.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's awesome. Totally awesome. There you go. Play it.
Cool.
And just mentioning that, and I should mention
with
this.
someone.
Yeah. You only have to buy 1 copy of the game, so the other person gets a freebie. But this will be.
Jenny sounds so excited.
This would be a great game for you and Tara to play.
A game about divorce. I'm okay.
Yeah, a game about divorce. Or you and the Duchess, for that matter.
No, I mean,
why?
Maybe. A game about divorce.
I see what they're doing there. Right, I'm seeing too much now because I haven't seen this level. So I won't be able to figure this
Quick,
out.
hide it. Make it go away.
Hide it.
You'll forget it.
Don't let me see. So yeah, we're going to play some more of that this week. I think we're on a roll now. Only one thing, one quick thing as well, because we played it and then didn't play it for a few weeks. I'd forgotten that you could dash. So Millie and I were trying to make these jumps. That were like, this shouldn't be this difficult. Why is this so difficult? And unbelievably, we made it. And then I found out that at some point earlier in the game, and I only saw this because of looking at gameplay of this, that you do jump, dash. And I'm like, oh, I've forgotten all about the dash thing.
Hey, don't forget, you can double jump in Rocket League too.
Yeah, you can. You totally can. But yeah, I totally recommend it. It Takes Two. If you've got any sort of partner or anyone online who remotely is into co-op games and you want something fun,
Or if you like podcasts with someone and they want to play it.
it's not the best. Can I just say, this is not the best game to play with your partner if they've never played video games before.
Well, why did you recommend that then?
Why did you recommend it?
No,
to
it'd be
people?
fine for Tara because she knows shit about video games. She's
Well,
fine.
I mean,
But this
she
isn't
does,
for a
but at the same time, like, she's not like as au fait as you might think, you know.
This isn't for a non-gamer because it's hard. The boss fights are tough. I mean, some of those boss fights took Millie and I probably 2 or 3 times to get through. You know what I mean? Like even maybe more than that. It's not easy.
Not too brutal.
It's but it's good. I mean, the some of absolutely awesome. Totally recommend it. Anyway, there you go. I've said enough.
I've said enough.
I've said enough. I can't see this being moved from one of my top 3 games of the year.
Well, there you go.
Intense. There you go.
There you go. Right. Who we on? Duke again? Ginny? I don't know.
I got
Can't
nothing
remember.
else.
Ginny, back to you.
We're on me, are we?
Yes.
Yeah, talk about Minecraft.
Minecraft. I've not been in this week, by the way.
Oh, man.
No,
I haven't been in. I've been playing other stuff.
Because I'm playing this thing.
See, I can move away from it and play other stuff without a problem.
I can move away.
I went to.
You don't love it. You don't have.
I don't
what
love it
takes
in the
to
same
be
way.
Real Minecraft.
I am enjoying it. Don't
No,
get
but
me
I
wrong.
went to a meeting today called Minecraft Anonymous.
Oh snap!
You probably did.
Because I've been playing this game so goddamn much. I love it. Yeah. Here it is. This is the actual world right now. You'll see in a sec. It's delayed. Stu, calm down. Oh, there we go. And yeah, it's popping off. Tim Reaper just gave me some gold. And I've been working on my statue. My statue of Chinity, by the way.
Is it still planning on being gold?
It's gonna be. That's what I've
Diamonds?
just asked the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've just asked the chat. Say, oh, I need gold, and then people are flying over and giving it to me.
I know
Wow.
the Tim Reaper. He is massive into this, isn't he?
Yeah, we've got there are 6 people in there right now.
So who's in? Who's in there
at
right
the moment? Right now, there's Undead Care Bear, the Tim Reaper, FNK, Susan, of course, and Miss Emily Rose.
All right, okay.
And it's rammed in here. It's like a party.
Rammed. Everyone's going. Everyone's playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Base of the statue. People ask me where I am. They're giving me gold.
This
yeah.
is great audio.
I know. I'm sorry.
It
I'm
is.
sorry.
You go.
Anyway, so I've been working on my statue, and I've finally worked on, because it's just made of stone, and I'm like, right, I need to bloody work on making it not of stone, and start
But using gold. Oh god, it would take so much gold to make one brick is 9 gold bars.
Correct.
You're gonna need
correct.
10,000 bricks.
So
You're
his
nuts.
shoes are made of iron. They're finished, right? That's
Yeah.
done. The jeans are made of that blue shit that you enchant with.
Lapis lazuli.
Yeah. Oh, look, my gold delivery's come. Hold on.
My gold delivery.
Are those all diamond bricks? Holy shit!
And then,
That's
where is he?
nuts.
Where is he? Hey,
How
FNK.
did you just not die then?
I've got wings.
Ah, holy crap! What is going on in this game?
I'm trying to chase this guy. This is Kev. He doesn't know that I'm behind him.
Kev,
I'm behind
Kev!
you. Drop the
Kev!
gold.
Look behind you.
Kev.
I
He's
can't
legging
type it quickly.
Kev,
Because
Kev,
you're on
I'm
a
here.
freaking
Kev,
console. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Okay.
Kev. Oh, he's in you. Kev.
Look at that. He's dropping all that gold. Yeah. Lovely.
So nice of
can't-
you, Kev.
It's like Chinny's got workers, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
go get me some
Yeah,
more
he does.
gold,
Oh, he's
bitch.
giving me shit. So the tricky part is the diamond, obviously, because
So what are you making out of diamond?
my shirt. My
Oh my
shirt is the
God.
diamond.
Holy crap.
But if you look at the and my hair is what's the black rock? Oh, he's giving me bread as well. Excellent.
Except you don't need it in this version.
No, not really. So yeah, I've been working on my statue. It's been this sort of
It looks very nice.
thorn on my side, and the interior is not done yet. But I've started to like
So
colour it.
basically, you're pimping your statue. This is what's going on here.
Yeah, so my face, all skin is gold. My shirt is blue,
Wow.
and the jeans, the shirt is like diamond, and the jeans is lapis or whatever it's called, and my hair is the what's that rock called? I don't know.
Obsidian.
Yeah, obsidian. There you go. So that's it, and I'm working it. I'm finally sort of made some progress. I'll show you my face. It's fantastic. I look great. And it's coming on. It's coming on. I'm happy.
Wow,
I'm glad
I
you're
can't
happy.
believe what you're doing.
So, but the
Pretty
problem
funky.
is we can't duplicate things in this server anymore because they fixed that bug. So you used to be able to just duplicate things using a glitch, but now you can't do that.
You see, but right, here's the thing though, Chinny. What is the difference between doing that and creative mode? Because that's basically what you got there, isn't it? When you're duplicating stuff in a glitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? You might as well just play creative mode and as many.
Yeah, but
gold
we're in the
blocks as
realm
you
now.
want. Exactly. Well, stop trying to glitch it then.
Well, you know.
Well, you know.
What can you do? Yeah, so I'm working on it. I'm getting there, and I have to say, when you're looking for diamond, oh my god, it's a nightmare to find diamond.
Well, yeah.
I've been.
I'm amazed you got that much.
Yeah, I have got a bit more, but
yeah, but presumably a lot of this is from donations off people, is it?
no, this is the first time
Well, yeah.
I've begged for gold actually.
Oh, look, even Susan's bringing you gold now.
Oh, look at this! I've
Look
just...
at all that! What the hell?
Well, gold's one of those materials that you just don't really use in Minecraft very often, apart from like railways and stuff.
Wow, look how much is Susan giving you?
So generous.
Holy
smoke.
crap! That is a lot of gold.
Yeah, it is.
just
Jesus
piled up in front
Christ.
of you.
Uh,
What?
So
the hell?
Susan rocks.
Susan does rock.
Susan does rock. She's not only our community manager, like I don't know, manager of stuff, but now she's just giving you loads and loads of gold as well on top of everything else.
Go.
Yeah, so I've made a bin. I made a proper bin, by the way, as well. Like I know that sounds so dumb, but like I made a bin where you put things in the bin, then they burn forever, and you don't have to bloody throw them away. I know that sounds. I know, Duke, you're listening to me.
No. I actually know what that's like. There have been times in the past when I've made those too. So
You're listening to me and going, "What a basic bitch Chinny is right now."
Look
I
at
don't
him.
understand why basic bitch is an insult. Like whatever, people do what they do. I don't know.
Just give me
It's not
that
one way to be
gold,
in the
man.
world.
But you know, I worked on that. I need to make a concrete machine. I don't know how they work really. But anyway, yeah, I've been working on it. So I'm just trying to get this statue done. I'm trying to move on from it.
It's gonna take a lot. You're not gonna move on from this because it's gonna take you forever.
No, it won't take me forever. It'll be fine.
It's gonna take a long time to get all the diamond you need, is it not?
It is going to take a long time to get the diamond.
Yeah,
That's why I just. You know what you should do instead? You don't want to hear this, but it's a suggestion.
Glass.
No, because then it'll be clear. You have a clear
Yeah.
torso. You see through his torso. No.
Yeah, that's
Aqua concrete.
It's not diamond though, is it?
It's not diamond though.
It's
is
not
it?
a pimp.
So
not pimp, man.
All right, but in 3 weeks, when you're like, "Fuck this diamond bullshit," I'll be like, "Yeah, that's right. I told you, aqua concrete, motherfucker."
So yeah, there's been some goings on. So I've made my mine is pretty sort of big now. Obviously because I'm bloody trying to mine for diamonds. So I'll show you my mine. But I keep coming into snags, and the snag is right underneath where I live. Every time I sort of dig in a direction, everywhere has been fucking rinsed, man. Like I keep digging
Even
into,
this deep down. Even this deep
even
down.
this because everybody digs roughly about the same level. So everybody like I keep coming out of like, oh my god, here's so and so's tunnel, here's so and so's tunnel, here's so and so's tunnel, and I keep discovering stuff that I'm like, oh, I've just found another tunnel that I had no idea was here, and now this has been rinsed, so I can't find any stuff because everybody's already rinsed it. So I might have to make a mine somewhere where people haven't absolutely rinsed it totally.
You're gonna have to travel, man. You're gonna have to go out of the realm and find somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which is a pain because then you got to get back every time you mine stuff.
So I'm asking Duke now: is that the wise thing to do? What do I do here?
Sorry, I was multitasking. My bad.
So what I'm saying
Task
is,
again?
Duke, everywhere I dig in the mine underneath my base
Yes.
has been
Yes.
rinsed. So as you know, I'm walking through it now. It doesn't
Wait,
take.
wait. Slow down. Let me look at the live feed because I'm having trouble seeing what you're doing.
Well, what the gist of it, Duke, is
I
every time I
can't.
dig like in a direction,
Yeah.
I like this is a tunnel that I've made, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
I end up in somebody else's.
Someone else has already
tunnel.
been there and dug it all out.
Well, no,
And-
that's the problem with having a communal server is that you're gonna run into each other's mines. You need to have. I would recommend going in a distance until there's no one around, making a new mine there, and then.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
not
your
good.
only real choice. I mean, you could go up
Let's try and get a.
5 levels and try that.
Yeah. Do you get
But-
diamond that high though, or not?
Well, there's a map that shows the distribution, and it tends to be higher further down. Diamond distribution in Minecraft.
But I tell you what, though, people are working hard making stuff. Like Susan's tower thing is coming on. Tim Reaper he made a whole entry process. So when you come into the server, like this whole thing happens. Like this, it's like the start of a video game. It's brilliant.
I think
people are-
Tim's the man, isn't he? I mean, he is like the Minecraft expert around
But
here.
Susan, and Tim are in here all the time. But Pilch has been in here quite a lot as well.
He has.
Yeah, there's loads of people in here.
Funny story with Pilch in Discord. Did you see this? He
got lost,
basically-
didn't he?
He got really lost, not just a bit lost.
Yeah,
I mean, like he went through the Nether or something.
Yeah.
Logged off, logged back on, and it spawned him somewhere really random that he didn't
Yeah.
know where the hell he was.
Yeah.
And he was, but I got a little bit lost, and it's horrible. It's horrible
It
because
is.
you
It's
forget
not a
how
nice
vast this
feeling.
place is. I mean, it's
You
enormous.
go towards 0-0. I mean, that's really.
That's
I
yeah.
know,
That's
but
all
that's
you
easy
do,
for you
really.
to say. When you're
I've been lost.
I've been
wandering
lost.
around.
I've been lost a few times.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that's the tactic. That's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were playing on Java, we'd do a thing when we'd have a warp.
How far can you fly?
Well, you can fly.
See, you've virtually flown to my house, sir.
Yeah, I found that out the other day. I could fly into your house.
That's mental.
So,
wow.
called an
But there hasn't been any progress. But people, I've got a massive shout out to Pilch because I said, I need more cobblestone because I'm building me castle-y thing. Need more cobbles, and he's dropped 6,000 cobblestones off for me.
Damn.
In
See,
one
that's
of my
one of those things.
chests.
Talk about stuff you don't use. Like cobblestone just fills up everywhere.
Look at it. Look at all the cobblestone.
Mhm.
People are just, who's that?
These are snow golems.
Yeah.
What? Why is there snow inside the room where I've got a roof on?
Because you don't have a roof.
No, he's got a roof.
Oh, I don't know then.
Snow golems will just drop snow everywhere, I think.
So
This-
how are these evil things? Is this
No,
is
no,
this
these
meant
are fine.
to-
Look, these are fine. Look, these are all right. So what happens, Stu, when you become a superstar like me in the podcasting world, right?
Yeah.
And you join a server like Minecraft with other people, people tend to fuck with you a lot. And
Okay.
this
They don't fuck
happened.
with
I don't
Springfield.
want to bring up the old football stadium thing again.
There we
but
go.
Oh God.
If you're
Oh,
inactive,
someone's been building stuff. Is this you? Or
this is
other
me. I
people?
built your extra wing, you lazy
Oh,
bastard.
what are you like? Oh, you're so kind.
So yeah, people tend to like just drop stuff off. So me, Kev, and Pilch dropped off a load of cobblestone.
I know. I need to go in and start building again. I just haven't.
Because I remember just thinking, like, cobblestone's hard to come by. Like, why is he asking for that? But anyway.
No,
there's plenty of
no,
it.
I was actually going to mine some, but flipping heck, I don't even need to bother now.
No, you don't. It's all
Because
fine.
I've probably got enough to build pretty much everything I need to build now. Oh my God, I've got a glass roof on.
Yeah,
Who did
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I did
Oh my
that.
God, there's more beds every time I come back in the
Yeah,
server.
you gotta go in. You gotta go
It's
in.
filled up with beds.
You gotta go in.
That is pretty awesome. That is funny. But
Mhm.
yes, thank you very much, everybody, and Pilch and everyone who's donated cobblestone, because I will be in there building this
I
week.
found a castle.
Is that not Tim? Because Tim said he's built a castle.
No, he's built a castle near my house, which he didn't fill out the proper planning procedures, but I'll let him go.
Jeez.
But there's another castle, and it's I forgot whose it is, but I was mining away, and then I bloody found this castle, and I was like, oh my god, whose castle's this? And I did find out who it was because there was a sign eventually, but it's on the other side of the Christmas tree, and honestly, I don't know if this castle's been there for ages or.
The Christmas tree is amazing, by the way. I love the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I want, when I finish my house, some of those coloured lights. They're just amazing.
See,
I don't know how. I'm assuming that's a Nether thing. These coloured lights that are on it.
They're just glass and.
They're not
glowstone.
I think it's glowstone.
Glowstone's out of the Nether.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not glass.
Well, they are glass.
It's glass around it. The glowstone and then glass around it.
Yeah, I want some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Go in the Nether. It's not that scary.
It's not that scary. You just gotta be careful of lava and stuff. Yeah, but
we got the monsters turned off, don't we?
Yeah. But there's just stuff everywhere in this game.
I can see the castle coming up now.
It's mad. I can't believe, and like Undead Care Bear, who's responsible for that massive fuck off hotel outside my statue.
It is enormous, isn't it?
He's in there. He's building more stuff, and I don't know where he is. He's by that crane. Someone built like a very realistic looking crane, with working lights and everything.
They did. That was before you turned it back on. That was already there.
Yeah, that was already there. Yeah, I remember sort of seeing that ages ago. But yeah, people just make stuff, man. I just find this is like all I play and all I'm into right now. I just love it, and I don't quite know why it's doing it for me at the moment, but like just the fact that other people are joining in and playing it, yeah, it's great. I love it. But Duke,
it is just a game you don't
in.
need to be. Yeah, I'm sorry. Duke has been in slightly, haven't you, Duke?
I haven't put in any time. And part of that is because of Damage Incorporated, because they have Minecraft events, and so I just play on there. But like, you know what? I've been sick with lately, like I've gone to events and then they cancel them, and then it's like, why am I spending my time? And what's the big deal? If I get kicked off your server, okay, get kicked off your server. Like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is pretty cool, the castle, by the way.
I didn't even know about this castle. I'll find out whose it is now.
That is the one thing I love about
Teflon's castle. There you go.
Is that even
there you go.
But that's what I love about this game is people just like you just keep coming across stuff that you might never have, because it's so vast.
It's massive,
and people are built in so many places.
Yeah,
you just walk along and suddenly there's just stuff there that you didn't even know was there.
For me, I'm all about. I want to make like impressive builds, and I know I made the Statue of Trinity, and it's all a bit of like a bit of fun or whatever. But I want to. That's kind of like my starting grounds, but I want to make things that are just impressive. So you just come across them, and people look at them and go, "Wow, that's cool," and then they move on. But like the more and more of those things that just look cool.
Yeah, I must admit, I have got more plans for my giant mountaintop castle retreat, whatever you want to call it.
Good.
So yeah, I've got plans in my head of what I'm going to do with it. So it is. I'm hoping when it's finished, it's gonna. I mean, with its pyramid roof, which I'm planning to build, it's gonna look pretty grand when it's all done.
I hope so.
So, but I'm just figuring shit out, because building pyramid roofs isn't, because you've got to support them while you build them, and then get rid of the supports, because it's not. You can't put blocks on the edges of other blocks, because you have to keep getting rid of them, don't you?
Well,
So I've got to figure that shit out. But once I've got it figured out, I reckon it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun, but yeah, it is a game that keeps on giving.
It's just fun. I just enjoy it, and that's what I like doing at the moment. So, yeah, Minecraft continues to suck me in. I'm absolutely drawn in.
Continues to give.
Yep.
It's fun going to the top of the Christmas tree. By the way, there's a lift on it, isn't there?
I've never been on it.
Yeah, there's a lift. So there's a lift on the Christmas tree, so you can actually go right to the top of it.
Sometimes I have like moods where I like tidy things up. Like I'll tidy up a garden or something. Then sometimes I like do a big project. Sometimes I go to bed thinking, "Oh, all right, I'm gonna do this next. I'm gonna do this next."
That you see, that's when a game has got its hooks into you, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
When you're constantly thinking about it, even when you're not playing it.
Yeah. I will say though, I have sort of missed playing a proper game this week, which is like. I play. That's why I played Little Nightmares a bit more, because I was like, I haven't played like a proper game for a bit, but I want to play a shooty game, and I've still got to finish Titanfall 2, and I want to play Mafia, and I want to. I was thinking about starting Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh.
I
Right.
was thinking about starting that because the Mass Effect Legacy Edition comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and I want to
Yeah.
play Andromeda just to
Buy
sort
it
of
again, suckers.
get.
I bought Andromeda for about £4.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know. If you look out in the street, you'll pick it up from the floor. It's that.
You probably will. You probably will.
Yeah, so I think about playing like a big game soon. So I will, but I'll Minecraft is just my default. Right, that's what I'm doing. I've actually had to like stop playing it so much because I'm so addicted to it. I've actually just calmed down.
You're
and, like,
in, man. You've got it bad.
So there you go. There's Minecraft. That's enough of that.
Well, I've only got one more game to talk about. Little game came out this week.
Little game.
It came
Go
out
on.
this very week.
Yeah.
Called Resident Evil Village.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
And guess what, Ginny?
Yeah.
I bought it on Steam.
Okay.
Oh snap! You
So
can
you
play
can
it,
you can
play
potentially
it.
play
Yeah,
this
but
game
I
too.
need to play 7, and I know that they're not related,
Oh,
but I still like
7's
to
so
play
good.
them.
Oh no, they're totally related.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, same character and everything.
All right.
So yeah, they're totally related.
You
have
got
to
7
play
on
7.
Steam?
No, I don't think I did. I don't
Well,
think I
you're
did.
just a selfish bastard.
Although I'll be honest with you, you can pick it up so cheap for Steam now. It costs nothing.
Yeah.
You can pick it up for about £3, £4.
Yeah.
It's not very expensive.
Mm.
But yes, this game it's gonna be pretty good. It's
You
gonna be
happy with
pretty
it?
good. So yeah, so far I've not played a whole lot. I played probably the opening hour or
Okay.
so. Yeah, Ethan Winters, which is the character you're playing as, which is obviously
It's
the same character.
chap, is it?
Same chap.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, right. Here's the thing. Here's
Right.
the thing.
Here's the
Right?
thing.
I played 71 minutes.
Oh.
So I played a little bit longer than I thought. But here's the thing, right? Like Lara Croft, they mutilate her when she dies and stuff.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a bit of a
Yeah.
weird fetish that
Well,
people have.
Ethan Winters gets mutilated while he's alive, but stays alive.
Lovely.
They have some sort of weird obsession with mutilating his hands.
Okay.
Right? Slight spoiler, but within the first 10 minutes of his game, he gets two of his fingers bitten off.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a
And
rough
it's-
day at the office.
It is graphic. I mean, it's just graphic. And you're like, wow, this game is not pulling any punches. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it does get up to the demo of the village that I played. So that was quite nice because when I got there, I'm like, I sort of knew what to do.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little bit of a lack of direction I felt in the early part of the game where I did quite a lot of running around and wasn't really sure where I was meant to go next. But I just figured it out, and it was kind of by chance, really. That I just went somewhere I hadn't actually been, but I thought I had and I hadn't. And I'm like, oh, I need to go in here. And then that triggered what needed to happen. But it's kind of forgiving. I mean, I'm playing on standard, so I'm not playing on easy. I'm playing on standard, and that it's not over difficult at the moment. It feels quite generous. There's lots of ammo about. I mean, it gives you a shotgun literally nearly the beginning of the game. So you get a shotgun, you get a handgun. There's plenty of ammo hanging around, so you're never really out of ammo. And that makes a difference. It does make it feel a little bit easier. So yeah, so far so good. I mean, this game looks stunning.
It does. It really does.
I had unbelievably, I had ray tracing turned on for a bit, and it worked. Right, this game is so well optimized, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I had ray tracing turned on for a while, but it kept juddering every time I was turning quickly and stuff. So in the end, I'm like, it didn't look that much better. It did look better, but it wasn't worth it. So I just turned it off. It wasn't worth it, so I turned it off. The options you have for the graphics on this game are ridiculous. Like the amount of different settings you can adjust. And it's kind of cool because obviously it shows the capacity of your graphics card, so how much memory is in it and how much it's going to take up when you keep increasing certain features. So again, it makes it really easy to get it to look as great as it can on your system. But it's also so well optimized that it apparently it'll run on some computers without a graphics card in them. All right,
What?
it's ridiculous, honestly. Some of these, with these, I can't remember, but they have these built-in graphics in the processor,
Ridiculous.
and it runs on that without a problem.
Ridiculous.
What the heck? What kind of world are we living in?
It's Recore, I think the engine's called, isn't it? That they use for this. Is it
I actually
Recore?
like that demo.
But
thought that
flipping
looked
out, this game looks incredible. Honestly to God, it's probably one of the best looking games I've played in the last couple of years. The internal castle. I mean, I've only seen that in the demo. I haven't seen it in the full game yet. But just every bit of furniture, the lighting, the textures.
The 90-foot tall woman.
The 9 feet actually, 9 feet something.
90 feet.
9 feet tall lady. I haven't seen her yet in the game. I saw her in the demo.
She's coming.
But I'm getting excited. Just saying. I don't mind. Being captured by a 9 foot tall lady with
big jugs.
Yeah,
hey, whatever.
I wasn't gonna say that, but now you come to mention it, that sounds a bit sexy, so I ain't gonna say that. But she's a sexy lady. She's big, but she's sexy. I don't know what else to say. I've got this weird thing. I'm not saying anymore. It makes me sound bad. But yeah, so far so good. On this early part of the game, and I am only just over an hour in. It's a hit. It's a hit, Chinny.
Good. No, I'm glad.
Good.
I haven't heard much about. I haven't listened to the podcasts that I've talked about this yet, so I don't know much about it. But I'm glad because I do want to play 7, and there's been a lack of decent games this year, so I'm glad that something is out that's actually good. That makes me happy.
Yeah, this probably is the first big game.
It's a proper game. It's a proper game.
Yeah. This is a game.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's good. So good. But yeah, enjoying it. I'm gonna play more of it. I've got a couple of days off now. I'm off on my birthday tomorrow and then off the day after. So
it's your birthday tomorrow.
It is. Did I mention that?
You say that it's your birthday time to skank it up hard. Choke a cop with your panties.
Wow. So hopefully I'm gonna be getting a bit more of this game played.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I am. And that's it from me. That's everything I played. So yeah,
that's everything I played.
Is everything you played? And everything you played, Ginny, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I've got nothing left.
Right. Well, that's it then, I guess.
The news first.
There's not a lot of news. I mean, it's obviously Resident Evil.
There's never a lot of news.
I know.
Where's the news, people? Come
Where's
on,
the
we want
news?
news.
Where's the news, man? Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's not a lot, but
hey, everybody.
There's been stuff coming out because there's this big court case going on with Epic and Apple.
Oh yeah, what they're saying.
And they've been calling people going.
Why do you keep playing Fraser?
I have no idea.
I'm queuing it up for later. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
idea.
to do that. Go ahead.
But stuff's been coming out about about this court case and what it means.
So I don't know anything about it. Give me the gist.
So basically, Epic have been on the stand and were cross-examined by Apple, and basically was asking how much cash they'd paid for all their free games. So all the stuff that's been for free on Epic and how much it cost them to buy it.
That's interesting.
So, for instance, some things cost a lot of money and some things didn't cost very much money at all. Okay. So Subnautica, for instance, cost Epic $1,400,000.
Wow! Goddamn!
To put on for free. Okay, Super Meat Boy, on the other hand, cost $50,000.
Well, yeah.
Interesting.
So that's cheap as chips. I'm trying to look. The Witness, that was $400,000.
It's not bad.
So $400,000 for The Witness. And Mutant Year Zero. Have you heard of this game? I don't even know what this is.
Never even heard of it.
Oh yeah, I think I got that on the Epic Game Store for free, but I never played it.
They paid $1 million. $1 million for that game.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
So I'm like, is it that good? I don't even know what this game is. Is it good?
I've heard good things about it. I mean, that's why I got it on Epic Game Store. It looks interesting. They said something about XCOM meets Fallout.
So anyway, whatever it is, he must have done a hell of a deal. The people who own that.
I guess so.
And the other big one is Batman Arkham, which cost them 1,500,000.
Well, which Arkham though?
I don't know. It just says Batman Arkham. So
Okay.
whether that was all of them or whether it was a collection.
Could be
I
all
have
of them.
no-
Yeah, it could be.
I have no clue. I'm just having a look what the cheapest game was. I'm thinking it might be Super Meat Boy, Oh, and World of Goo. World of Goo and Super Meat Boy were 50,000 each.
It must be to do with like how available those games are anyway.
Well, I think it might be just how good a deal the developer or the
Yeah.
publisher does.
and like how old they are and how money hungry they are and how small they are. Yeah, because that's like two blokes, isn't it, Super Meat Boy? Like,
Yeah.
50 grand on an old game. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine they would argue. Like yeah, that'll be all right.
Yeah, really.
Oh no, the cheapest was Rhyme. That was 45,000 for Rhyme, and obviously the most expensive is Batman.
Batman.
Followed by someone else again. So there you go. It's kind of interesting. I mean, nothing major, but it's mildly interesting that they made a lot of cash. The other thing,
There's a man here who thinks he can help you.
Batman?
yeah, Sony has announced Discord integration into PlayStation Network.
Ooh, finally something that's not useless.
Yeah, and they've also bought shares. I think they've bought some of Discord.
Okay.
I think they bought some shares in that. Yeah, there's a new thing. Borderlands 3, Epic's fully loaded Borderlands 3 deal. So they had an exclusivity deal for that on Epic Game Store for 6 months.
Right.
You know how much that cost them?
Nope.
$146 million.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
That's how much they paid to have Borderlands 3 exclusive for 6 months.
And that's a wank game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's necessarily wank, but
I think
You
it
know.
is.
yeah. The other thing that's come out as well, you might have heard, or you may not have done, that Stalker 2 is going to be exclusive on Xbox when they announce that.
Okay.
But again, an internal document has been leaked, which reveals it's only for 3 months, so it's not exclusive for a long time. It's a 3-month exclusivity deal. So goodness knows how much they paid for that, because these things seem to cost way more than you think they do.
It's all over the place, isn't it? The
Yeah,
price.
it is. 146 million, man. Anyway, the final thing, there was some more, again, because of this here, like, court case going on. Epic were questioning Xbox, and they admitted that they've never turned a profit on any console they have ever built.
Xbox,
never-
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, that's the model,
Never-
though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the model. That's what they said. He basically said, they asked him how much margin does Microsoft earn on the sale of the Xbox
Negative something.
consoles.
Isn't it?
To which he responded, "We don't. We sell the consoles at a loss." And he said, "Just to be clear, does Microsoft ever earn a profit on the sale of an Xbox console? No."
No.
So there you go. But they sell the console at a loss because it's a business model set up to deliver an end-to-end gaming experience, and the hardware is critical to us delivering that gaming experience. So it's the Xbox Live they make the money on, Xbox Game Pass, so it's all of those kind of things that they make the cash on.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. So kind of interesting. Another interesting thing that came out, and I don't know whether this was part of this, but again, it's another it's a part of this. Xbox and Microsoft have done their own internal review of The Last of Us Part 2. So as part of the evaluation stuff, they review games from other studios to see what they think.
Okay.
And they gave it a pretty good review.
Say that again.
It's a pretty good
So
game. I don't understand.
basically, internally, Microsoft review games from other companies, i.e. Sony exclusives.
Right.
Is this game really very good? Let's find out.
Yeah, so they basically review them themselves and obviously write reports on them.
Okay.
Which is just, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, that these people, these companies do all that stuff. I mean, you guess
It makes sense for their own internal
Market
records. I don't understand why
research,
this is
isn't
in
it?
the news. Like, who cares?
But this is what they had to say about The Last of Us Part 2.
It's
right?
good.
And let's be honest, right? Xbox is struggling to give us a really cool exclusive game. But they said it was a notable improvement over the first game.
Yep.
And the visual quality and attention to detail was absolutely best in class in basically every area. So this is
Well,
what
that was true
whoever
about the
did
first
it
game, too.
said.
Mhm.
And the overall presentation is significantly ahead of anything that other teams have been producing on console and PC.
You know what else, Xbox? It's got a good story. Imagine that.
They said they were frequently stunned by the quality of the game's visuals, something that sadly seldom happens these days. As for the choice of the split narrative between Ellie and Abby, Xbox says players have every right for their feelings on Naughty Dog's two protagonists in the game and the final contentious outcome. But ultimately, for folks who care about the evolution and expansion of what storytelling and interactive entertainment can be, those things ultimately matter less than how incredibly well Naughty Dog has crafted and delivered the story that they wanted to tell.
Yeah, I agree. And it was written by a really smart guy, Neil Druckmann. He's my buddy. Like he and
He's
I,
your
mate,
buddy.
isn't he?
Like what?
He's your
What?
bestie.
Yeah.
Your bestie. But there you go. I mean, it's just interesting. It's just interesting. So I don't know. And that's kind of
I'm
about
guessing
it.
like no one was meant to see that other than
No, that's literally internal. No one was ever
Internal.
meant to see
Yeah.
that because of this court case.
So it's just a shame, really, because it should say stuff like, "We should be doing shit like this."
This makes us look so bad.
Because did
Yeah.
anybody play Recore?
He didn't.
It didn't have any of this stuff in. Like Dave made it in 4 minutes.
I like the demo of Record.
Yeah, the demo was good, but the game
It's
was
not nearly
ter-
as like it's not this game that Last of Us 2.
There's another game out, isn't there? For the first PlayStation 5 game exclusive is out. The Returnal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's got mixed reviews.
Some people are
that's
saying
out.
it's
Not
good,
just mixed reviews, mixed reviews.
but it's like
mixed reviews.
It's like a
Mixed-
roguelike,
mixed-
isn't it? It's like
Mixed,
a,
yeah, but they're saying the trouble is most of the stuff I've read, and I don't think I'd be rushing out to buy a PS5 to play this,
no.
I will.
is that with a good roguelike, the runs last about 30 minutes to an hour tops.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of roguelikes.
And some of the runs in this can last up to 3 hours.
Fuck that.
Oh my goodness.
And there's no way to save the game mid-run.
Well, of course not. It's a
so-
roguelike.
I know, but they said you can pause the game, so people, like put your
Oh,
console
like,
into rest
suspend
mode,
it. Fuck that.
suspend it. But they said the problem is
You don't trust that shit.
you've got to turn off auto updates because when you come out of rest mode, it auto updates and you have to start your run again.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Well, yeah.
That's
So
dumbass.
they-
By the
they've
way,
had a
Chinny,
lot-
why are we still looking at Resident Evil Village?
Because
I don't know.
I like the game.
It likes the look of it. It likes the
Okay.
look.
I don't know. Sorry.
Shut my mouth.
So at the moment, they're actually trying to work on on a fix for this to keep players happy, but
Yeah,
not
fix it.
lose-
Fix
and
it.
not lose the essence of the game.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, I will probably play it at some point when I acquire a PS5.
It sounds like
whenever
you're
that
gonna
may be.
steal one.
I probably am. They're far too expensive.
Might
not
have to, yeah,
in my
with your
opinion.
budget.
Yep. It costs far too much. I think I'm just going to nick one from someone.
I won't be able to fit it through the door.
I know, yeah. Yeah, well, you'll be doing that late at night when no one's around anyway.
Tara
Okay.
literally doesn't give a shit about what I buy for myself. She's like, well, I don't know, whatever, do what you want.
No, Kay's bothered about the aesthetics because it's enormous.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's in my little office.
Yeah,
Who
there'll
the
be
fuck-
nothing else in your little office where you get a PS5 in there.
True.
It's a fucking enormous things.
Mm.
And that's it for news. There isn't a lot else.
No.
It's been one of those weeks. Okay, we have got a couple of emails, so we'll do those.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, do we?
Email. We do.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, that ruled.
So basically, the first one's from Jacinta.
Yay, Jacinta!
Her name is Jacinta.
And basically, she sent us some links to JB Hi-Fi, which I'm assuming is a game shop in Australia.
Okay.
Now, in sort of the funny guys, I think. These are funny guys who run these stores. They're funny guys.
Funny
But in Japan, they had a life-size cutout of Lady Dimitrescu.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
And people were going, well, they couldn't get hold of one of those. So somebody who worked in the store decided to make their own.
Okay.
So,
This is going to be
it's
truly horrifying.
It's pretty good. No, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
We'll never
can-
know because we can't see it.
Well, Ginny can access the email so he can find it. I
God, I've
guess.
got to like click
Or you
things.
can just send him the
Oh,
link.
It's gonna click stuff. Yeah, but Ginny can bloody get to it himself. He doesn't even have to. But basically, there's a picture of a dude stood next to it, and it's kind of funny. I mean, and people have obviously been having the picture taken next to this huge thing. They sell washing
Yes.
machines and stuff as well, which is kind of fun.
Oh, it's Australia.
Uh,
Everything's upside down.
Yeah, they're selling shit.
Toilets flow backwards in here? No.
But anyway,
you can
I'd
install the
stand next
machine
to
that
her.
makes them flow the correct American way.
You know, but they do they do a lot of their own marketing in these stores because she sent me a second link. So that was the first one. And
Where is this link?
I don't know, it's on the email she sent.
Is it? I'm looking at the
Yes.
email. When did you send the email?
Oh god, just a minute. Jesus Christ.
Look, boy.
12 hours
I'm in
ago.
Australia.
Ah.
Now I'm in America.
12 hours
Australia.
ago.
America.
Too late now, I've moved on anyway.
Australia.
Oh,
America.
that's
Australia.
enough.
America. Australia. America.
Oh, you're in America. We don't tolerate that kind of crap, sir.
I can't see the email.
Oh, classic.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've moved on.
But I can't see it.
It's too late.
I'm a potato.
Send him a link.
Oh, for God's sake. Just a
Oh, for
minute.
God's sake. Y'all
It's
both
not that
act like
even-
this is some huge.
It's not even
ordeal.
anime. Look, do you
You
know
just
what?
went on and on about how cool
God.
it looks, and now you don't want us to see. What are you
God's
hiding, Stuart?
Sake.
Stop hiding things.
I'm not hiding.
Why do you
anything.
hate me?
I hate
Stop
you.
hating
Right, I'll
Chinny.
put it in the Zoom chat, all right?
Oh.
Yeah.
The Zoom
Oh.
chat.
Or you can put it in the YouTube chat.
No, I'll put it in the Zoom chat. It's in.
Okay.
Oh, it's
God's
press.start.acom.au/news/PlayStation/2021/04.
stop.
Please stop.
What else? Like Raymond Holt, like reading out a text. He sent me a link. He's
But anyway, she
included
did send
some
me
boxes. There's a
From
square with a
JB
circle in it.
Hi-Fi, they do their own like reviews for games to help sell them.
Yes.
And
Okay.
some of these are kind of funny. Like, for instance, someone had done a review for Grand Theft Auto 5, for
Yeah.
instance,
Yeah.
and they put, not for kids, not for kids, not for kids. Don't believe them. It's not for kids. 5 stars.
Yeah.
So which kind of totally makes sense.
I was expecting more, but that is that game.
They did one for Outer Worlds, and he said, Outer Worlds, more like out of stock. Haha, I'm so sorry.
Ha! It's pretty funny.
Anthem.
Yeah.
They put for Anthem, you cannot kill that which is already dead with a picture of a zombie. $15.
Wow.
Wow. Someone else had done an Anthem review. Probably the most amazing game we have ever stocked. 5 stars.
Wow.
I mean, these guys, you know, they're pretty witty. I'm trying to find some others.
Not
Here we
like
go.
us, eh?
Exactly. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Pew, 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 pew. Marika. 3.5 stars. I don't know what that means.
I tell you what, these items fly by in this store.
I know. So they've done one for Days Gone. I've been, big in this game. It was a good game. And they put Days Gone. It's a video game version of how The Walking Dead could have turned out if it hadn't turned into hot garbage. 3 stars.
Yeah, that is true.
That's totally
We gave
true.
up on The Walking Dead.
Original Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. See where Lara Croft's adventures began years after they began. 5 stars.
I don't get it.
I don't know, because, she'd been about
What's
100
happening?
games. I don't know. Anyway,
Thanks.
thank you, Jacinta.
Thank you.
Yay,
Jacinta.
thanks, Jacinta.
I'm sure that was very funny,
Her name is
Jacinta. It's just
Jacinta.
that Stu
Yeah, my
ruined.
delivery.
It was not as much fun when
Stu
Stu
ruined
read them
it.
out. Yeah.
It's
All right,
okay.
next
though.
email.
We forgive you.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm sorry, Jacinta.
That's
My
okay.
delivery was terrible. Second email is off Jason. And he says it's meet me at John Sandoz Books.
Okay.
And you may know what that reference is, Duke. I have no idea.
Nope, never heard of it.
Hey, veterans.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm really taking my time with this novel. He's writing a novel, by the way, if you don't remember.
Yes.
Jason's writing a novel. I
ahead,
love
Jason.
to write, but we
Yeah.
work and raise kids and make more time for the easy things when we're tired. Of
Yeah.
course, I wrote P-Town within a month's time. which is an outstanding achievement for such a masterpiece. I guess it's a matter of time you're willing to give away.
And how much you're devoted to, like how far into it you are. Like
Duke, this is directed at you, Duke. Duke.
Yes.
The reason I did the Twitter thing was to engage with writers to learn the business. I don't know. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Okay. You're
He's
going to enlighten
got
us?
good community.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
mean, he's got a good community that he's working with, and they're very supportive of him, and he's supportive of them, and that's beautiful.
Okay. What I've learned is that Twitter is loaded with a one-sided viewpoint on life, and
Yes.
that books don't sell unless you're giving the publisher head.
Okay, well,
Well, now you know where you've been going wrong.
it's a
dude.
dying industry. What can we say? TikTok and YouTube have taken over everything. Like, I don't know statistics about this. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like people just care less and less about books as time goes on.
People still like them, though.
Yeah. Look,
Well, you could fucking fool me.
Dude, listen to Jason. He said, look, it's
Go ahead,
all
Jason.
good. It's all good.
Okay. What's all good?
Apparently, I only write for myself anyhow, and that's
Well,
fine with
there's
me.
that. If you're okay with it, then you're okay with it. Yeah.
That being said, I've found loads of good books through Twitter, along with some people even stranger than you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Hey,
no
veterans.
stranger than me, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm still playing games, and I'm almost as old as Stu. Always will, just not as much as you addicts. As Hannibal Lecter ends his speak pipes each week, keep on gaming. And who
Okay.
knows, maybe someday I'll have a book for you lot not to read. Wow.
No,
See
you got
what
to
he
think
did there.
positive.
See what
Yeah.
he did there. Thank you, Jason, as always. We do appreciate the emails. We do.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks,
Keep
Jason.
playing Disco Elysium.
Jason.
Keep playing it. And we've got one speak pipe, I guess. So let's do that.
Oh, yeah, we do. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message.
no, it's
for
crap.
us.
This comes to us from Dark Sands. And it's called, well, it doesn't have a title.
No, it doesn't have a title.
Hello, Veteran Gamers. It's Derek Sames back again. If, like me, you follow some American video game podcast, you probably know that this week there's been big changes on the Giant Bomb side of things. They produced the Giant Bombcast and the Giant Beastcast.
I don't listen to those, but I did
No,
see
I
on
used
Twitter,
to.
it was
I used to.
hullabaloo at
I
Giant
listened to them, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So spoilers, but it's fine. It's only a podcast.
And basically, as from next week, the Giant Beastcast is stopping after 311 episodes, and the Giant Bombcast's having some changes made as well.
We beat 'em.
Presenters from those two shows have left: Alex Navarro, Vinny Caravella, and Brad Shoemaker.
Oh,
And it got me thinking about people making a living online, producing content for places like Twitch and YouTube and various other sites. And a question for you, it's probably more geared towards Duke, with him being a teacher, but do you think it's a viable
No.
option now for young men and women, once they've been through school, high school, college, university, whatever? Do you think they should be encouraged to try and make a living online, or do you think they should always have some sort of fallback option, to be there just in case things go wrong? I mean, there seems to be thousands of people making a living online these days, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. If anything, it seems to be getting more and more channels. People with Patreons, people who basically use advertising to make a living, and that's their only source of income, for a lot of them. So, do you think that's a viable option these days in 2021? I'll leave it at that and say, keep on gaming.
It's a very good question, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. My main thing is that I would like to see a study about it. I would like to see some research done into it, because there are people who obviously can make a living from it, right? But I would dare to say they're less than 1% of the people who try.
I was gonna say it seems like a lot, but it isn't really.
I mean, it's numerically, obviously, it's more and more every year, which is fine. But I mean, the thing that always bothers me, look, there have always been students who want to play in the NFL or the NBA, right? There's X million number of kids playing high school basketball. Of those X million, 2,000 will get chosen for college spots. Of those 2,000, there will be 100 who go into the NBA, and of those 100, 5 will start or whatever, right? So you've got millions of people trying for 5 positions.
Yeah.
That's what, if and the that's not a problem in and of itself. You want to go for it, chase your dreams by all means. But you've got to have a plan B, right? My dad used to say all the time, like, you break your leg and then it's over, and now what? And I think that too many young people fixate on one thing, that they're chasing their dream, and they don't have a plan B, and they assume, like, well, I'm going to have this and I don't need any of this other stuff. And I think that's a big mistake. And at the same time, I'm not saying necessarily that, like, going to college is the move, or, like this or that, particular career path, become a teacher like me. I know. But I do think that we have to recognize that it's not steady work. If your brand tanks or YouTube changes their policies in some way, suddenly your whole source of income is gone. And that's not great. Or if you just get stale and boring, or someone comes along and does what you're doing more quickly or more easily or more with more flash. I feel like, look at writing. Okay. I'm very good at it, but I don't know that I could make a living from it. And I'm very fortunate that I don't have to try. Right. So I think that social media stardom is one of these things that's so fickle. It's such a quick swing from being famous to not, and vice versa. I'm sorry, do you really want Khloe Kardashian to be your role model in life? Like, why is that the person you're aspiring to be like?
Totally. Khloe
Vomit!
all the way.
You're going to defraud people for another Fire Festival, huh? That's how you're aiming your
Yep, totally.
future sites.
That seems like a good way to make cash to me.
They fell for it.
Yeah, they did.
Idiots.
Well, but the people in the Caribbean didn't get paid, and they got exploited.
Exactly. Free labor, the best labor. Thank you.
Best.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally good. It's all brilliant.
What I would say is, like, I don't know anything about this. I'm a big fan of Giant Bomb, so that's very sad to hear that they've done that. But what I know about their business model, it seems that it was kind of caught in between sort of the big, there used to be these big gaming websites like Game Informer and
yeah, there were
GameSpot, and
they're still around.
Yeah, they're still around. They're all still around. All right, they still exist, like IGN and all sorts of stuff. But they came from GameSpot, and then he famously made that review of Kane and Lynch, got the sack, did a big hoo-ha.
Yeah, because he paid him loads of cash to do a good review, and then he didn't do one.
Well, I don't think it was that. They said they told him to change the score, and he said, "I'm not changing the score."
It was because of an advertising deal.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't get paid a lot of cash. He was told.
No,
he was told.
Well, the website did.
The website got a lot of advertising money from that game, and he was told to up the score. I think it was 7 out of 10 or something like that, and he said no, because the game isn't better than that.
The game's crap.
So he walked with his head held high and was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And then a few people left, and so they disbanded for a bit, and then they came back together and formed Giant Bomb. So that happened in 2007, but then that was kind of before the internet started to work out how these online personalities could make a living.
There were a few. I mean, there was like One Up was quite big at the time.
But like the One Up didn't in itself make money. It was a spin-off from the website One Up.
Yeah. It was a way to promote the website.
What I'm saying is, in around about 2013 onwards, the internet started to work out how personalities on YouTube, on podcasts, could make a living. So things like Patreon came around, YouTube could pay you money, and YouTube first, and Twitch, and then Patreon came along and changed everything again and said, like, they just want these creative people to have a secure income, and la da 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 da, and it became viable for people to make money as a freelancer based on their own brand and personality. So for me, but the problem is Giant Bomb got bought by CNET, which is a big company. So it felt like they were still sort of stuck in their ways of being owned by a company, by being part of this big company. Now, just give you another example of where this is different. So you heard of Game Informer, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So the people that used to sort of be on Game Informer, used to be on the podcast, used to run the website, they dropped a lot of people recently. They made a lot of redundancies, and the gang that sort of run the podcast and the website sort of disbanded and made their own Patreon. Now, they're not making mega bucks, you know, PewDiePie money, Mr. Beast money, whatever, but they are doing enough to make a living because they've already got an audience, and they can do that through Patreon. And I think what we hear about a lot is these people that make millions, you know, like the Logan Pauls that just have like a fucking mansion from YouTube. And there are people like, you know, Jacksepticeye, for example, who's just made an absolute shit ton of money from YouTube and so on. But there's probably a good middle ground that we don't think of, where people that make money, they have a community, and they do okay. They can make a living. But the dangerous thing is when that becomes your only source of income. So any financial advisor will tell you not to put all your eggs in one basket. The problem is these people aren't. Some of them are young. They're not savvy money-wise. It could be new fame. It could be just something they're not that interested in. But really, you know, when you start seeing people selling, you know, like things like anything that could be anything else.
Merch.
Yeah, like
merch.
It could be merch. It could be books. It could be
Get a bit of merch.
It could be.
You could sell books for us.
But I don't know. But anything that could be just something else that you make once and you make money from, or you could invest your money in something that's physical, like property. But what I'm saying is.
Yeah, what are you saying, Chinny?
You can't rely on one source of income if you're like a freelancer that's based on something that could change tomorrow. That is your outcome is you know, due to YouTube could just change its mind tomorrow and go, you can't make money on our website no more.
Yep.
Or Patreon could just like, we've lost all our money. Sorry, it's got to go.
So you mean like me relying on our Patreon like I've been doing for like...
No, we're fine because we make mad bank on our Patreon.
Oh, that's all right then. Oh,
but
thank God for that for 1 second.
So we have to talk about this.
Flipping egg.
We're not,
Give us some money!
We have to talk about this within business, right? So I make videos and animations for a living. Now, you could argue that the demand to make videos and animations will always be there. The problem, and SWOT analysis isn't like anything new, you know, but whatever. You have to look at vulnerabilities in business, right? So a vulnerability for me isn't people will just stop wanting videos. That's a ridiculous thing to say. A vulnerability for me is the ease of which people can do it. Change.
Competitors, isn't it? And people doing it themselves.
So competitors is always a problem, but I don't really care about competitors. But for me, it's the ease of how easy it gets to make a video. Now, 10 years ago, it was a lot harder to make a video than it is today. It's easier now, but people still want us to make videos. So you have to tap into why people want
professionality. That's what they want.
But then
slick.
Also,
that's slick.
What we've looked at our business, and I don't really talk about work very often. So we've made like an online training course of how people can make their own videos on their phones and edit them on their phones, and they can pay like a bit of money like every month. It's not a lot. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's not a lot for a business. To gain access and like. And what it does, it builds brand. They trust us. They like the fact that like we're on the videos and da 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 da. And if they want to make videos, they can use this portal. They can get it. They can use it as much as they like. And then if they want to make something a bit more sort of professional, they can come to us for whatever. So that's an example of where we've had to approach something and gone like, this is a potential problem for us, like people making their own videos. And how do you turn it into something that you could make money from, but also it help your core business as well. So it's
you
just
roll with it.
You've got to like. To me, like I don't know the ins and outs of the Giant Bomb problem, but they were caught in a system where they were bought out by the same company that sacked them, by the way, which was quite funny. And then they got sold to another company. And then they got sold to another company. And they were still basically founded in this business model that this corporation owns them and they're a gaming website, which is not the way the world works. And then back to my original point, Game Informer, all those people that made that website, they all disbanded and made that Patreon, and they've hit it at the right time because all these systems are in place and they make a good living from doing that and just making sure that they've got other things going on, plenty of content going out, plenty of other income sources coming in. So it sounds like to me like you can make a living, but what I think there needs to be is maybe like a better guide, a bit of a better route to say, okay, if you want to go down this route and make an online living from being a YouTuber or whatever, which a lot of kids do, you should think about these things. Like, why do all your favorite YouTubers all have merch? Or why do they all have a podcast? Or why do they all have this? You know,
diversify your income streams.
That's it. That's all it comes down to. And I think some people they're not educated on that stuff. And I'm not, look, all the people at Giant Bomb are very, very smart people, but I feel like they were stuck in a very old system that they were traditionally used to. Again, I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know all the details, but from the sounds of it, it sounds like the company that owned them ditched them, and they've had to disband. Whether they'll just get back together again and do their own thing, maybe they're just fed up. But I don't know. So it's just, you've got to, if you're working for yourself, you got it all counts, man. You got to look out for these things, and you know, people don't think of like, oh, they're a YouTuber or whatever as a business. You know, they think it's just like, this is going to carry on forever, and they're not being savvy to it. So it's tricky.
Well, that's what, no matter what you're into, you got to think about the long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, totally.
Requirement.
Luckily for us, I mean, joking aside, this is always kind of just been a bit of fun.
Well, the reason why we've been going for so long is because none of our incomes
depend on this.
And
here's what I'll say about that. This is the part that stuns me. Like, this isn't a very polished show.
You don't say.
But it's not.
What do you mean?
It's not too far away from these shows where it's the person's whole job. And I'm just like, how do y'all? I mean, and people complain like, oh, I gotta do work. Motherfucker, you get paid to do things that we do for fucking fun. And people have this attitude of like, oh, my job.
But they also, I mean,
like,
you see some of these like podcasts from these big sites, and it's like produced by this person, edited by
yeah, exactly. And this is our editor. This person did this. This
one did that. Content manager and all that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't need all that.
I mean, don't
shit.
get me wrong. I don't want to get paid off of this. I like my job. I wouldn't quit it if I could. But it's stunning to me that there's all these levels of work that go into something that's really not too far above what we're at.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Duke. I mean, we're not the most polished show, but it's almost by design at this point. Like we don't try that hard either, you know.
No, we don't.
I just fell on my bottom into some butterscotch.
But what's interesting about what you said is like we're not that far off, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like we're a million miles away.
Yeah. They may have 3 hats on instead of just 2.
But it's being savvy. It's being smart with it. It's, you know, what are you trying to create here? You know, and
what niche in the market are you trying to fill? That's the other thing.
Like terrible
a lot of people don't
shows.
realize
We've got that.
Fill a market niche. Yeah, exactly. Get your own fucking terrible show.
And before people say, well, you do have a Patreon, lads, don't forget. And I was like, the only reason we set that up was because
it was kind of a joke.
I wanted to start sort of like doing stuff at events and getting bits of merch to give out and raising a bit of money that way.
Right.
And and some people agreed that like, hey, you know, like Stu's putting quite a lot of money into hosting. I mean, yeah, it's over 10 years, but still it's a lot of money. We've got enough people listen that would help out a little bit and be happy to do that. And obviously it's not like no one. I messaged all the Patreons recently, saying, look, you know, I feel a bit guilty about taking. I've never felt good about taking money from people for this shit. And they all basically just said simultaneously, just get over it, Chinny. We don't mind. We know we can. We don't have to do it. Which was very nice of them. So, like, you know, no one's obligated to do anything. But eventually, I've just said, look, I haven't done as much with the Patreon as I'd like because of, you know, the pandemic and all that sort of stuff. And I basically cancelled it for a year. But now I'm just letting the money build up, and then eventually we'll be able to give some stuff away, do some T-shirts or whatever, just to kind of give back. But that's the only reason that exists, to be honest. For people to make, I think people can make incomes online. It is totally viable. That's the way things are going. But my issue is that, these kids, they see their favorite YouTuber and go, that's what I want to do. That's fine. But there's a lot of things that YouTuber is probably doing that you don't realize why they're doing. But and they're also, the Jacksepticeye's, they've got millions, millions and millions of people watching them. It doesn't matter. They're fine. They're sorted. But in the background, I'm sure they have their money wrapped up, protected, doing stuff for them. There's not a lot of education on that stuff for these guys. So if you're young and upcoming and you want to make a living online, I think you can, but you've got to be aware of what else you could do with your money.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But I can't speak for Duke. I don't know you as well with the money side of stuff. But Stu, you're very good with money.
Reasonable.
I'm pretty good with money. I don't spend much. I'm very good at saving. I'm guessing Duke, you're pretty good because you don't really sort of spend much, really, like lavishly.
I give a lot of it away. I'm not good with money, but I'm not hurting. Like, I make sure my bills are paid, and then as soon as somebody comes out hat in hand, I'm like, oh yeah, here's some money for you. Here's some money for you.
Yeah.
So
something I've been meaning to ask you recently, actually.
Yeah.
No,
Duke,
not you.
I can give you my PayPal.
I'm talking about like it's community organizers in Chicago trying to stop gang violence.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that in Leyland.
I'm sure there's a lot of gang violence.
I'm a victim of podcast violence, Duke.
Yeah, man.
Good. Suck
Give
it.
me some cash.
Yeah. Are we done here? Is it time for shout outs?
I think it is.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
I'm going to go first because I'm going to shout out Pilch and Chinny and I think FNK and Susan and just generally all
Tim
the people
Reaper, Tim Reaper.
Tim the Reaper, anyone who's donated cobblestone to my chest, which are now bursting. Thank you very much. I don't know what else to say. I'm quite humbled that people are so generous.
I think we all dropped it off there as a joke.
Well, it's fine. I want it because I'm going to build. My castle.
That's the leitmotif of our entire community. Let's give people things as jokes. Like, I gave him 700 gold.
But it turns out I won the stuff, so it's not a joke. So thank you very much.
Exactly.
My second shout out is to the Tainted Brain.
Tainted
Brain, or Tainted
That's
Shirt.
my dog.
Tainted Shirt, as he's known on Mixcloud, because he put a comment on my last mix.
Oh yeah,
and he put this. You're gonna have to update that name. You know what I mean? So, I think he's basically saying I'm no longer DJ No Clue.
Why, like you're an MC now?
You do have a clue.
He seems to have a clue. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's getting at.
Well, DJ Clue just isn't.
It doesn't work, does it? It doesn't.
Well, first of all, there is a DJ Clue. He's
there
cool.
is. Yeah, there is. He's like kind
you
of.
can't call yourself DJ No Clue.
No, yeah.
You
DJ
can't
No
name
Clue
yourself
is
after a good DJ.
No, I can't. Yeah. I can't. So, yeah, I'm fine with it. Look,
it's got a ring to it. It's your brand now, Stu.
It's my name now. Whether I'm good
my
at
name
it
is my
or
name.
Not, I have no clue. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment in that.
Yeah.
So there you go. And that's it for me. And just general thanks for everyone who listens every week and supports the podcast. Duke,
thanks, fam.
Yeah.
Right. I will shout out James Hill for the very kind comments. I will shout out Taint and Antonio for support on Twitter. Kind of rough week. Thank you to those two guys. And Jay watches The Simpsons. So who knew? Thank you, Jay. And he's going to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So get it started, baby. And everybody in the chat, Susan Linden Hall for rocking the social media, Trite76 and Matthew Alexander, Soul Brother, Rainy Lamb, Ian Williams, Stinky Poo, Tainted Brain, Lord, everybody who's Scott Patton. Thank you all for being a part of this thing that we do. We love you. And many happy returns. And thanks also to Fraser Moore, who is going to start up some VG Hub TV.
Hey, everybody, it's Fraser from the Seal Podcast. We are starting a new idea on Twitch. We've created a channel called VG Hub TV. And what we plan or would like to happen with that is members of the community, if they so wish, are given permission to stream to the channel.
Listen to Fraser, how Canadian he is. If you wish. I mean, I don't want to get in your face about this, but
I don't want to.
And it becomes sort of a central point where members of the community can go and stream for a couple of hours here or a couple of hours there. And a lot more people will see VG Hub TV as somewhere where they can interact on Twitch with the community. Now, if later on you decide that you, or at any point, don't want to stream to the channel, you're more than welcome to not stream to the channel and stream to your own if you want.
Thank God he clarified that.
Yeah, thank God for that.
You were tied in for
Back
10
on
years.
the channel and stream directly to it. Then perhaps you gain some interaction with the community that you didn't get. For example, I know when I stream, I very rarely see more than 1 or 2 people. I think if everybody is aware and we have more followers on VG Hub TV, then we can all see a little bit of an extra bump in interaction when we stream, and we may get something from it, and we may not. But you've got to try. So check out VG Hub TV on Twitch. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get some numbers up there. And then if you're interested in being one of those people who are going to stream to the channel, you'll see that there's an email on there, vghubtv@gmail.com. Just drop us a line. We'll add you in there, and you'll get a key and be able to stream to the channel. Now, we will be working with a schedule at some point, but we're just going to build this organically, see how the numbers go, before we start to implement the schedule. That will come, and obviously Prime slots will be something we talk about later. It's all early beginnings, but if you'd like to get involved, we'd love to have you on board.
You can get on the ground
Hub
floor.
TV is the Twitch name, vghubtv@gmail.com. Drop us a line there, and we'll get you the stream key, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to get on there and do some stuff, and who knows, maybe we'll pick up some new people and new friends along the way. Thanks very much for your time. Take care, everyone.
Well, I've just followed.
Thank you, Fraser.
By the way, I've just followed.
Yeah.
What was that? What was it again, Stu?
VG Hub TV.
VG Hub TV.
VG
Hub TV.
All one word, by the way, should point out.
Yeah.
TV.
Follow, baby.
So I think, Fraser sort of talked to me about this.
BattleTech.
But basically, I get quite a lot of viewers because I'm a superstar. But
Superstar.
The problem is,
you just can't be asked to play snooker.
No one else does. So no, I think he was saying if it was all in one place, then maybe it's easy to sort of follow, and you can if somebody's on that channel, then they're part of the community, and it's kind of like something that's a little bit more policed. I think that Fraser was getting at, and rather than you're not just being hosted, you're actually on there, and so yeah, I haven't. This is the first time this is the first time I heard that. I didn't realize he'd started it, but I knew about it. So I'll sign up for it because I haven't streamed for a while. I haven't streamed for like 6 months really, and I don't know why, but I have sort of fallen out of love with video games a little bit, but I'm happy to do some streaming. I don't know what I'd do, but I'm happy to commit to it. Are you guys gonna jump in?
Yeah, possibly.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm not committing because I tend to do more music streaming than anything else.
Yeah, well that's fine.
Yeah, we'll see what my schedule looks like.
And that's not for this.
No. I'll stream if you're lucky, Fraser. How's that?
Yeah, I'll stream maybe.
I'll do something.
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks, Fraser.
Yeah, thanks, Fraser.
Thanks, Fraser. Anybody not done their shout outs yet?
I didn't do it, but thanks to Susan for taking care of the community and the Discords and all the gold everybody gave me. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Yeah, I've got one more actually. Whoa.
Go ahead.
Whoa. Let me find it. Shut up. I'm just finding it now. There was we got a tweet. We got a very nice tweet, but I have to look.
Snap.
It's a bit further down the page. Hold on, let me find it.
Saw a pretty girl just the other day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I Twittered it. Twittered it.
Yeah, he's from James Hill. James Hill, and he tweeted us this.
Okay,
you
James.
and the veteran gamers. Yeah, he sent it to you first, though. I don't know what all that's about. You and the Veteran Gamers UK bring joy to my life each week.
Yeah.
You are doing a great job.
Yeah, we are.
So there you go.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, thanks, James. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, cheers, James. Right, that's it. That was it.
Cool.
May I end the show now?
Yeah, you can finish it now.
Why don't you? 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 Just turn off the television set and go and do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV, turning up slow cooks and
My wife.
Why don't you?
My wife.
Why don't
My wife.
I'm a potato.
Pissing me off. That's it. We're done for another week. That's it.
Sweet.
Done. Dudley done. There you go.
Dun
You see
dun
what
dun
I did
dun
there?
dun dun. I can take off this stupid.
Can I
second
just
hat.
say? Can I just say? VG Hub's becoming a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
It
Finally.
is.
Now, if only we could all come into that Discord. I
I
don't even
know.
understand. The idea was let's all have one place where we can hang out. No, we're all going to have our own servers. We're going to have our community all in our own servers.
Yeah, well, it's working for us. Screw the
Wow,
rest
for
of you.
now. We'll see how it is in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's working for us. What are you underestimating Susan's?
Oh, look, no, I'm
community
not. Not at
management
all. Not even a
prowess?
little
Is that
bit.
what you're
All
doing
I'm
here?
saying is, no, all I'm saying is if look, we have 5 communities that are all in their own little worlds. If we were to have one Discord server where we all hung out, that would be a much more lively spot.
Don't know.
That was the whole idea behind VG Hub, is that we'd have one place to congregate. It makes sense for us to coordinate this way. It's like all the different file formats. Like everybody wants theirs to be the standard. And then someone says, I'll make one that's, you have 5 file formats. Someone comes along and says, I'll make one that will be compromised and we'll all use. Now we have 6 file formats.
It's hard, isn't it?
Whatever. That's just the way it goes.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Unless you have a central planning committee. There's only one server now. Das Vidai.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go to
Hey-o.
bed. So
Yeah.
I've got a long
I gotta
week ahead
go
of me.
grade these papers.
I've got a big day off tomorrow doing
I've
stuff.
got 3 weeks. We call it Mad May. I've got 3 weeks. of
Oh, snap.
Fucking madness.
Well, have fun
Good
with
luck,
your
Mad
fucking
May.
Mad May.
But next
Happy
week,
birthday, Stewie.
then
Yeah,
I'll be
thank you.
snooker. Oh yeah, happy
You'll be playing
birthday.
snooker, Duke's grading papers, and I'm going to bed.
Happy birthday, Stu.
Thank you. Right, I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
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 Bye, Cheney. Have a good night.
Leaving.
Bye.
Leaving right now. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right now.
And then there's just me.